Live now. Hey kids.
So anyway, I says to Mabel, I says,
yeah, remember mail catalogs? It's getting near the holidays. I remember those fondly.
yeah, back in the pre-Amazon days, they used to send you. It was like 1/400th of Amazon, but printed out, and then they'd mail it to you.
Yeah, no, I remember those. We literally had a thing, right, where Mama would get like a couple of them in the mail, because we'd just get different ones and we'd just swap. I would take that shit to school with me. Like, I'd take it to school with me, my sister would take another one to school with her. We'd just circle the shit we wanted.
Yep, that was exactly what my uncle did. He had one catalog that was all like, weird dude shit. And they're like, Christmas is coming up. If there's, we've been seeing you looking at that catalog a lot. If there's anything you want in there, maybe circle it to let us look through it. Day later, we pick it up, flip through the whole thing. He only circled 2 items: a squirrel call and a blow dart gun. We're like, no, we're not letting you sit on the back porch and snipe squirrels. Pick something else.
He's gonna get in trouble with a fucking blow dart gun. That's what I would think. I love hearing about stories about your distant family. It reminds me of mine. What was it? God, I always remember telescopes. I wanted a telescope so fucking bad. Never got a telescope. And I realized looking back, because I was digging through when grandfather passed away. I found some of those old catalogs, right? And so I was just like, oh yeah, let's go ahead and take a look through these. This would be fun to just see what shit was back then. And I saw one of the fucking telescopes I wanted, and I looked at it now as a much older man looking at the price of the fucking telescope. No wonder I never got a fucking telescope. Those things are so fucking expensive. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, and if it was an old catalog, them's $1998.
Adjusting for inflation. Hold on a minute. It's probably a calculator. Okay. I'm gonna have to freshen up this search. So it was like $600 in 1997 was this calendar.
These days would. I'm gonna price this right this. I'm gonna say $801.
It was the equivalent of about $1,200 in today money. And no wonder. Dude, no wonder I never got one of those fucking things.
Well, being that I am the only contestant, I was technically the closest without going over, so I still win.
It's true. You do win. You do technically win, which is the best kind of correct.
Yes. Was it in the same catalog with the fucking chemistry sets that had like radium in them?
Yeah, I wanted those too. Never got those either. Understandable.
Yeah.
My mom was a nurse. My mom was a nurse. My dad was a roofer. Like, my dad would be like, "Yeah, let him learn this shit." My mom would be like, "There's fucking radioactive shit in this."
Yeah.
There's no way I'm letting my baby boy play with fucking uranium.
Don't coddle the boy.
To which I could only imagine my dad say, "Oh, well, it's only a little bit of uranium."
Radiation builds character.
Thank God he was never that kind of a dad. Like, he was never that kind of a guy. But he was the kind of guy who would shrug off grievous wounds by going, spit on it, rub some dirt, you'll find. If you're still hurting, take an ibuprofen, which I figured out was the family elixir.
Yep.
If your arm was gone, you took 2 ibuprofen, a glass of water, and you laid down for an hour.
Coach, I'm bleeding. Salt tablet.
Just finished watching the VODs of you beating the pee out of Geppetto's Mockery. Yeah, beat that fucker in like, what, like my third, fourth go? Hardest game of 2023. I feel accomplished. Like, no one's allowed to tell me I'm not good at video games after I fucking masticated fucking Lies of P.
Nice.
Which had, like, the most gorgeous music I have ever fucking heard in a video game. Those records slap, they ruin, they wreck.
They defile. They despoil.
Oh, God, do they ever. We're gonna make some urns so we can go ahead and, what are we doing here? We're making some urns so we can go ahead and, just get a needed boost, doing some, leveling and, wood cutting.
Aha. As everyone knows, the best practice for woodcutting is making clay urns.
In this world, yeah. So, how it works, right? Okay, so, you get, you have these urns while you do a thingy, okay? So, whether it's, like, mining, or, hunting, or something. There's urns for just all kinds of shit. You can get lousy with it. You can get just lousy with this shit. There's ones for cooking, divination, farming, fishing, hunter, mining, prayer, rune crafting, smelting, and woodcutting. And so what these do is as you go ahead and you use this skill, you get experience for it. You get experience for making an urn. So while you're doing the skill, the urn will save a little bit of that experience and give you even more experience as it fills up. Once it's full, you click on it, you send it off to fucking somewhere. Probably Toledo. And then, you get a fuckload of experience off of that. So
everything is in Toledo.
Everything's in Toledo. Dude, Toledo is like the Wyoming of Ohio. Everything.
I'll put that on the fucking brochure.
Dude, there's everything and nothing in Toledo. I've been there several times.
Brought to you by the Toledo Chamber of Commerce. It's the Wyoming of Ohio.
I had a friend up in Toledo, and she was like, "Hey, why don't you come down? We'll go ahead and hang out and just shoot the shit and whatnot." And I was like, "Yeah, I haven't seen it in a while. That sounds fun. I can do that." So I set aside some time, and I didn't know exactly where her house was exactly, because this was the time during MapQuest. We didn't have, like, GPS or anything like that. So you printed out something on MapQuest, and then you kind of just took your shot with MapQuest. So as I was on the street, and I was trying to find the exact thing, all right? And so it was eerily quiet. It was the middle of the afternoon, flat land. And then just all these houses. And then I realized there was one house with the lights on, and I looked over, and there's no cars in any of the other houses. All the other houses are abandoned. And I'm going, I see what's going on here. I walked back to my car. At the time was a 1993 Ford, Tempo. And I produced my baseball bat, and I put it in my rucksack. Didn't know if I needed it, but in case some kind of shapeless mass jumps out from the cellars, I will be able to fend myself.
Better to need and not have.
Wonderful phrase from my grandfather. And it was great, because she was like, "Oh, good, you're here. It's great to see you." And I was like, "Yeah, hey, follow-up question. What the fuck's up here? Why are you the only person in this neighborhood?" And she goes, "Oh, it's been like that for a year." And I'm like, "A year?"
Oh, I've been the only one who lived here since the factory closed down.
I'm like, "What do you mean, a year? What do you mean, you've lived by yourself in the silent madness for a year?" Oh! Oh, what?
Yeah, there is, if you squint, there's not that much difference between Cajuns and hillbillies. Me talking about my crazy Cajun uncle, and it's like, yeah, he's probably got Appalachian kin with some of these tendencies. It's like, don't go into the woods at night. There's old magic in the woods, and
oh my god, my granny, both my grannies, my great granny was the same way. It was just like, don't go in. My great granny was like, don't go into the woods, and if you see a light, you run. Like, I'm like, what? What do you mean? Because she's telling me these stories about, like, you know, ghosts and goblins and shit out there, and I'm like, I'm 8. Like, I'm like, what the hell you mean? Stay the fuck out of the damn woods.
That and the similar principle of, this is some of the most delicious cooking you will ever eat in your life, so long as you don't ask too many questions about what's in it.
It's true. I'm gonna solve the question for you. Mostly, mostly deer, sometimes squirrel. Squirrel's pretty good eating.
Yep.
But whenever you're less like, it's squirrel, people are like, oh, it's squirrel. It's like, oh yeah, you know those beautiful chicken wings? Yeah. Those weren't chicken wings.
Yeah. Hence his desire for the blow dart gun.
The squirrel's good eating, man. Roasted squirrel? Oh, dude, that shit's great.
Let's... Yeah, I think I've told you before about shortly after he married my aunt, they were living down in Louisiana for a while near his mother, and on the old ancestral grounds of the estate, there was a tree in the backyard which had a railroad spike sticking out of it. They had placed to grow into it, and at one point, my aunt asks my uncle's mom, "What's that for?" And she's like, "Oh, you'll see." And then one day, he comes walking out of the woods with a possum that he'd bagged, and she grabs it, splorch, just runs the spike through its neck, and that's the possum placeholder for as she skinned the fucking thing.
Jeez. Jesus. Never had anything. We had like a shack or a bench to peel the fucking fillet the fish or what have you, but like, my god, yeah, the fucking railroad spike. I mean, it'll work.
It certainly will.
You know, I can't say I wouldn't do the same thing. Like, oh man. Speaking of foodstuffs, we should probably tell them about the flavor. The flavor we came up with. The fucking gold we came up with.
Yeah, we figured out when Rabbit hits it big enough to get him a waifu cup, and from there onto a flavor. Figured out what it's gonna be. Yeah, we figured out what it's gonna be. First and foremost, like, everybody has, like, you know, the fucking, like, waifu cups of just, like, you know, the tight abs or whatever you, da 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 da. Good, great. Yo, where's the fat girls? We're getting a fat girl in a waifu cup. That's the goal. That is the goal. That is the ideal. Oh, that won't sell. Ha! Philistines! It's a market. It's untapped, and I'm tapping it. I am throwing my maple tap into the tree, and I'm throwing a bucket under it. One of those old Home Depot shop buckets, you know the ones. Maple wild berry explosion. And the flavor, you're gonna like the flavor. It's gonna be a bunch of Ohio Valley going into Appalachian mountain fruits. So you're gonna go, yeah, we're getting into the fat waifu market, and we're gonna go into that, and so the flavor is gonna be a bunch of, it's gonna be mostly a wild berry mix of valley fruits that you can go ahead and forage for yourself out in the valley or over in Appalachia. So you got pawpaw fruit, you got mulberry, blackberry, raspberry.
Just a bunch of good old shit. And a bunch of stuff you can forage in real time yourself. And we're gonna go ahead and give that one a hell of a good name. We're calling that Fat Girl Forager. That's what it's called. Mr. Rabbit's Fat Girl Forager. That's what it's called.
Berries that are beholden to no corporate master.
Grown proudly without government assistance.
Sponsored by Snacky Smokes.
So we're gonna go ahead and that's gonna be the flavor. That's gonna be the flavor. It's gonna be a berry mix with the pawpaw fruit on the back end. Which, if you don't know about the wonders of the pawpaw fruit, you can get it all around North America. It's a fruit that doesn't get a whole lot of love because the poor little deer is a little scrunkly looking if you don't know what you're looking for. But a pawpaw flavor, it's kind of a tropical flavor. It has kind of like a mango, banana, citrusy kind of flavor to it. Which is weird, because that grows in the woods. Like, it's just, like, even the fruit itself's like, I bow down to no corporate master.
It's like,
I will be tropical and have the consistency kind of like a banana.
The fruit's just like, I don't know why I'm here either.
And so that's what it's going to be. It's going to be mulberry, blackberry, and mulberry, blackberry,
snozberry,
and pawpaw fruit. Snozberries do not exist.
Then how do they taste like themselves?
Because the dude was on acid.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's the scene. The dude was either on shrooms or acid, some kind of hallucinogenic. I think it was mushrooms. Now that I think about it, I'm playing it back in my head. And, yeah, he was like, the snozberries taste like snozberries. And he said that because the man was seeing wingdings.
He was jamming out with the Umpalumpus.
Indeed he was. But yeah, that's the announcement. That's gonna be the flavor. I written it down in my book, my big book, the nice book. It's so nice I call it the nice book.
The big book of harebrained schemes. Get it? Hare.
Rabbit. Yeah. Whoa. Whoa. Oh! Also in the same vein, I thought of a couple fun names for my comedy album. The one I keep coming back to is Microdosing Comedy. Although, I gotta give it up to how whimsical and how low effort Pete Holmes' albums are. My favorite one is his latest album he made called Faces and Sounds.
Yeah. It's a very minimalist concept.
What about muscadines? I'll try muscadines. I'll have to try it myself and see if I like them. But like fucking gamer subs, they're a bunch of people probably out in Cali or something. I'll probably have to sit down with them with my straw cowboy hat and explain to them what the fuck a pawpaw fruit is. We want to start from small, all right? We need to start from small, right? We gotta get them hooked on the pawpaw fruit first, and then we'll move on to muscadines. Oh, the muscadines. Oh, the muscadines. Yeah, because it'll be like, yeah, it's a flavor with pawpaw fruit and muscadine. And they'll look at me like I just went ahead and just, like, spoke an old fucking Appalachian curse on them. And I'm gonna shake a wicker charm over their heads and doom them.
One of them just starts bleeding from every orifice on their head.
An avocado! An avocado! And it just all the blood just goes, just sucks back into their fucking heads.
Schlorp.
You guys just need to remember that when you pick a pawpaw or a prickly pear and you pick a raw paw, next time beware. Don't pick the prickly pear by the paw. When you pick a bear, try to use the claw. That's very whimsical. I like that. I like that.
Good old Phil Harris.
God, I swear to God, I'm gonna have to go ahead and just produce like pawpaw fruits out of a Longaberger basket and be like, try these. Like, just like. I'm gonna be
speaking of Phil Harris,
yeah,
guy for the youngins who might not know him by name, he was the voice of Baloo in the Jungle Book. He also voiced Patu the dog in Rockadoodle, and for as much fondness as I have for that film, it does shoot itself in the foot a little bit by constantly narrating over its own musical numbers, and it's like, if you're gonna go to the time, trouble, and expense of casting Glenn fucking Campbell to do an Elvis shtick, and get the Jordanaires, Elvis's actual backup singers, on board, maybe let people hear the fucking songs.
I don't know. Maybe do that. Maybe do that.
Yeah. So I got a bug up my ass about that the other day, and I was like, it was a major motion picture. I'm sure they released a soundtrack for it at some point. And so I started internet diving, and it was a little hard to run down because it was, you know, many years ago, and it wasn't the biggest success at the box office. But sure enough, the soundtrack exists, and I managed to find a download for it. And I was yesterday years old when I learned that a lot of the songs from that movie have extended versions. Some of them shockingly so. There's one that they use like half of a verse for in the movie, and it turns out to be a whole ass song. Others slightly extended, like there's a verse in the villain song, We Hate the Sun, wherein Christopher Plummer sings a line that they perhaps understandably cut from the movie about squeezing the neck of the main character until his brains come out his ears. The main character being a 10-year-old boy who got, you know, magicked into being a cartoon kitten. So it's like, yeah, maybe let's tone down the graphicness of the murder slightly. Just slightly, Mr. Plummer.
Just a patch. Just a patch. Then again, in that same vein, there's also the Page Mess that came out, and fucking Macaulay Culkin almost died 27 times during that fucking movie. So.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Man. So much, God, so much shit. So yeah, that's an aspiration of mine. I'll get the fucking, like if it like when the day comes and I become popular enough, we'll get a fat waifu cup. That's what we're gonna do. And Stacy's gonna draw it. Stacy immediately is gonna draw it. She's gonna make the label too. And it's gonna be great because Fat Girl Forger's label is just gonna be me from a bush with a pair of binoculars doing ooh, just like looking at a bunch of fat women.
Yeah. Maybe start working on concept art now. We want to keep it on brand, so she's gotta be a short stack bunny girl.
Exactly. Just fucking dollops of pudding. That's what we need.
Like that's her name. Her name is Pudding.
So you're gonna be my marketing assistant. You're gonna be my marketing.
Ready?
In many ways you kind of are, actually. You're the one who's just the first one to kick my door down and just go. It's no longer cool to say Cap'n. Like just just two people in their late 30s just fucking trying to keep up with this shit, and we're just like, what the fuck is Skibbity Toilet? Like
you're just sitting there with your tea and your newspaper. I kick in the door. I'm holding some stock ticker tape. I'm like, Bussin' is now cringe.
Bussin's now cringe. When the fuck did that happen?
I think yesterday afternoon at around 2:07.
I love it. Also, how dare you call out my morning constitutional where I actually physically read a newspaper and drink a fucking mug of tea? How dare you?
Because I know.
I know you know. We're both from the Midwest. You know how this shit plays out. Like,
never have I felt older. Then one time you tweeted a sign, like a price sign on something that you were aghast about, and I was like, yeah, they rake you over the coals at the Cracker Barrel there. And you were like, how the fuck did you know it was the Cracker Barrel? I scrubbed this for location data. I was like, I recognized the font.
God. Oh, God damn it, yeah. God, I fucking love I don't go there often, but when I do, I'm just like, I just love it. I love the cottage core bullshit. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give me the cottage core bullshit I crave.
I am there most Wednesdays getting my chicken dumplings.
Oh, that's good shit. Oh, only place I know that fucking does fried okra right without my mom or my sister or me doing it. Oh, fuck. Yeah, but I love the idea of just it being like 2024, 2025, and you're still using fucking ticker tape from the stock market. And I'm still reading a newspaper with like the fucking like old businessman outfit, you know, the one with the coattails and the fucking fucking fold bow tie, just sipping.
The waistcoat and the pocket watch.
Yeah! Yeah! Dude, that's how I want to go to TwitchCon. Like, I want to look so fucking out of date. Like, I want to look like a fucking oil baron. Going to fucking TwitchCon.
Like, goddamn, George Pullman, where you come from?
Oh god, I'll do it right too. I'll get the waistcoat and everything. I will get the top hat. I don't care. I'll put it on a throne or something. I will get a top hat from the New York Top Hat Company. The people who, for over 200 years, has been making top hats.
Pick one thing to do and do it well.
Oh! Oh, God, I want it.
Yeah, I was, I don't know if, Fry the Coop has spread out that far yet.
Mm-hmm.
But, they're a Nashville-style chicken place that, one of them opened up around here years ago, and I was so stoked to finally have a place that did chicken and waffles right.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, you'd go to, like, you know, any actual chain restaurant. You'd go to Denny's or some shit, and they'd have chicken and waffles on the menu, and it would be
these guys are
like
I think I'm gonna
it would be
elsewhere.
Fucking chicken tenders on an Eggo, and it's like, god damn it, this is not what I need.
One of the things I love is oh Jesus. Okay, so Fry the Coop isn't a new place that opened up. So we don't have one of those. There was a new place that opened, I think 4 or 5 months ago, that we've never seen around here. It's a place called Slim Chickens. I don't know if you're familiar with that at all.
Oh, no, but they sound like they know what they're doing.
Oh,
The name like that.
According to my sister, I've never been there. I don't go out all that often to eat that much anymore. I used to. I tried to, and I'm just like, this is just, this is just too much for me. But apparently the chicken down there, Jesus fucking Lord in heaven, is it just like the stuff of goddamn miracles. And it's right next to a Meijer, so I know exactly why my sister goes down there. She goes shopping at the Meijers, and then she goes right to the Slim Chicken. That's how I can only imagine.
Oh yeah, gotta optimize your errands. But
that's a skill she has mastered, as well as couponing. My sister is a couponing demon. I try to optimize my errands. I've been trying to do it, especially since I moved out when I was 29. So I've been doing it for about 10 years now. It's gonna be 10 years in 2 months. Fuck, I still don't know. I don't know the first thing about it. I feel like Patrick with the fucking plank in his forehead every fucking time. Because I'm like, I'm gonna go shopping at these 2 places. Fuck, it's been 4 hours! Like, I'm like, Jesus!
Yeah. It's been 4 hours, and I've somehow spent $900. God damn it.
Oh, God, isn't that the thing? I'm grateful for all the support I get, because this is my only job, right? Just showcasing games and shooting the shit with people, and just... Like I think we were saying earlier, like how I explained to my parents, it's a radio show. I've really based a lot of my shit... sure, it gets really bawdy with, like, Bromad and Stacy and a couple of the other ones, but at the end of the day, it pretty much is just, like... The old fucking Gallardi and Houlihan.
It's a radio show.
Be in Cleveland, yeah, big old radio show, but like fucking Gallardi or Houlihan used to do. That's what I do, and like, even with the support from people, whatnot, I'll still go shopping and be like, "Here's your free fucking grocery bags, thank you." I look at my wallet goes, and I'm like, "What the fuck happened?" Like,
yeah. It's like, well, you see, Mom and Dad, it's like a radio show, but with video. It's like, then wouldn't that be a television show? Shut up!
Well, it would be a television show if I had, like, a fucking, like a legit-ass video camera to go ahead and set shit up. But part of me would do that. And I love prop comedy. I grew up with, fucking Chris Farley, Big Chuck and Lil Jon, Bob and Tom. I love prop comedy, but at the same time, that is a slippery fucking slope, because my apartment would be half green screen, and a burglar would just walk in, and he would be scared, and he would leave. Because he'd be like, why is half the place just loaded up like a scene from Dexter?
Oh no, I ain't getting murder tarped. I still the Green Room show, that one episode where they had just all 3 fucking old comics and like the old comic host and Bo Burnham. It was such a weird dynamic. And when the host like beseeched Bo to go set up the old, out of tune piano they had on set and regale them with God is or Art is Dead, and he goes over by the piano, and I forget if it was Mark Maron or Ray Romano, but like, oh, he's a prop comic.
You see Bo Burnham, and the most notable thing he's done lately is fucking Inside, and he's like, God, he's so fucking miserable, and the shit, it's so true, and it cuts him. I think that show made him go, I will outlive all of you.
Yeah.
Every single one of you. Because I remember that. He looked dead inside the entire time, and eventually, I think it was like Joey Diaz or whatnot, I was like, dance, monkey, dance! Like, just like... Fucking just clambers over to the piano, just like, God, his glare looked like it should set people on fire. And God, he thrived. He thrived in a time where every comic was like, I'll suck your dick for a gag. Like, it's just like...
Yeah.
And it's so smart why he thrived. He thrived because he used to be a YouTuber. He knew this shit intimately. So eventually, he was beside himself with fucking depression, being locked indoors, and he was just like, fuck it. I know how to make a YouTube video. I'm gonna make a fucking hour-and-a-half long YouTube video.
I'm gonna make a really long, well-produced, existentially sad one.
God, it was existentially sad.
While other comics were driving around in vans, doing gigs out the back door on the side of a country dirt road.
I remember fucking Bill Burr was like, did you do anything during the fucking COVID thing? Did you do it? Like, and he was just like, why the fuck would I do that? No, no, I did my job. I was told to stay the fucking side, and I was like, yes, stay the fucking side. If anything, I loved the traffic. I loved the traffic, and they were like, oh, the masks. It's like, oh, you talking about the people who are just angry because they don't like masks? Yeah, good. Kill them.
Yeah.
They're gonna die. Great.
Yeah, less traffic.
Yeah, less traffic.
Yeah.
I love how fucking... I'll never forget. We were watching The Mandalorian, Cheru and me, and a bunch of other people, right?
Yeah.
And there's an episode that came on, and she knows I like Clancy Brown, a bunch of other people, whatnot. Oh god, who was the guy who was Batman? Kevin Conroy.
Yeah.
I love Kevin Conroy. I loved how humble he was at like all points of his life. And the voice actor for Clark, whatever his name was. I can't ever remember Clark.
Which one? Tim Daly or George Newbern?
The one during the Superman series in Justice League.
Well, that was two of them.
That was two of them? They sounded so similar.
I know. It shocked me too, because I am such a voice actor guy. I can normally, pick out voices and I'm like, that's, insert name here.
There were two people? I didn't know that.
Yeah, George Newbern managed to sound so much like Tim Daly that I did not know for years that it was two different guys.
That's a gift. Like, honestly, that is such a fucking talent. Like,
yeah,
those fucking
Tim Daly was... Yeah, Tim Daly was the animated series one. George Newbern was the Justice League one.
Well, I'm a big fan of those guys. So like, God, blew my fucking mind. So I think Tim Daly. You said that was the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a big fan of him. Didn't even know the other one. Fuck. What? Well, I'm gonna lay in bed at night tonight thinking of that one. Jesus. I'm like, whatever series I watch, there's another guy who sounded just like the other one, like a changeling. I'm like, what?
Yeah, George Newbern, who later took over for voicing Sephiroth.
Wild. Wild. You know what Kevin Conroy did to help out the firefighters at 9/11, right? Made burgers. He made burgers for firefighters at 9/11. That's crazy.
I could have sworn I've told you this story.
Yeah, but I thought like he just had like work as like a short order cook because he used to be a short order guy, or he was a short order guy to just make some extra folding money. Back when Batman, when the shows were off season.
Yeah, he after 9/11 when everybody was trying to do their part, he asks his agent like, what can I do? Like, how can I get involved? He was like, well, this is gonna sound funny, but do you have restaurant experience? He's like, are you kidding me? I'm an actor. Of course I have restaurant experience.
Yes, honestly. I used to be a chef before he was a streamer. Like I think it's just something ingrained. It's like it's a Digivolution line. You work corporate, then like you. Well, okay, so my evolution line's really weird because they shut down the hospital I worked at because I was totally gonna be like a funny radiologist with a clown nose, but that did not turn out well for me. Because it's hard to find work when the hospital shuts down. Yeah. Which stunned me because I was like, they can do that? They can do like I was like they can shut down what? Like, yeah, with corporate, there was a chef, there was a streamer. So yeah, I guess every voice actor whatnot just fucking knows how to cook. Yep. Which isn't a bad talent to have. I completely misremember that story because I know the story because you told me, and then I told my dad. My dad's head exploded. But like I thought I didn't know it was the 9/11. I didn't know it was 9/11. I thought that like to just get work, and just people just didn't know he was fucking Batman. He just like worked at like his mom and pop place, like whenever the show was off season. Like, what's closest to fucking California? Arizona?
Yeah, I think he was. I think he was at the time living in New York because I mean it was the 9/11 first responder.
Yeah, I didn't know this. I thought he lived in California and he went to Arizona. Yeah. That's how I regaled this story to my dad because I didn't fucking retain that at all. So okay, so he was in New York. All right, didn't know that. But the rest of the story I remember.
Yeah.
But how the fuck did I get on this tangent? Right, Cheru. All right, so we're watching The Mandalorian. She was like, I think you're really gonna like this next episode. I go, oh really? I was like, yeah. I think you're really gonna like this one. I'm like, cool. Well, I already like The Mandalorian. Like, I love Star Wars when it remembers that there are more people than magic space wizards flying around. I love that. I love that for us. Because the Mandalorians are fucking badass. So it got to the episode, and it was the heist episode, and I was like, oh, cool, he's gonna do a heist, and he meets the crew and whatnot. And there's Kevin Conroy, and I didn't recognize him at first because of the makeup, right? Because he, the fucking stage makeup. Because it took me a while until he spoke, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, Clancy Brown, you mean?
Clancy Brown. What the fuck was I saying?
Kevin Conroy, because we were just talking about
Oh, right, yeah, right. So, Clancy Brown. So Clancy Brown was there, and I didn't recognize him because of all the makeup. And, so I didn't recognize him until he started talking. I was like, okay. And I was gonna say something to Cheryl, like, holy shit, that's Clancy Brown. But then they showed Bill Burr.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god! And she's like, what? And I go, that's Bill Burr! That's my favorite comedian! And Cheru did not know who the fuck Bill Burr was. So she just looked at me and was like, yeah, that's
totally what I said you were gonna love.
Yeah, that's what that's the guy. That's the guy you were gonna like. And I was like, yeah, I am amped. Let's go, baby.
Holy shit, that is Bill Burr. That is Clancy Brown. That's Bobby Elvis. This episode has everything.
And at the end, she was like, also Clancy Brown was there. And I'm just like, oh, yeah, no, I knew. That was Clancy Brown. But I was going to say something, but then I saw Bill Burr, and I was like, what? Like, because I fucking love Billy Burr, man.
Yeah, the Filoni had seen some interview with him talking about how much he hated Star Wars, and he was like, that's the guy. That's the energy we need. and yeah, he called to taunt all his nerd friends afterwards, like, oh yeah, it's been your wet dream since you were 8 years old to be in Star Wars. I don't even fucking like it, and I was in it. Fuck you.
Yeah. Oh god, it was funny because that came up on Conan. He was just like, but you don't even like Star Wars. He goes, no, I didn't like. He goes, no, that's not true. I never said I didn't like Star Wars. He goes, no, but you told people. Like, yeah, because I was fucking with them. I'm doing my comedian job to make fun of the thing that you like. I don't hate Star Wars. I've never, like, as a person, I've never said that. I will say that to people to fuck with them. Like,
I like how Bill Burr will just, if you catch him like trying to backtrack on something, he will make like one or two attempts to defend himself and then just back down. Sometimes Conan was great at it. He'd be like, no, you have said, and then after like one or two attempts to change the narrative, Bill Burr will just be like, fuck it, you're probably right. Just move on.
Yeah, you're probably right. I probably did say some horrible shit. I don't fucking know.
What the fuck are you gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, what the fuck are you gonna do? You only live so long, and after that, what? Only God can judge you, so fucking whatever. I remember way back in the day, some dude tried to call me on something I did in high school, and I was like, I was in high school.
Yeah.
I was like, Do you know the kind of demon I was when I was in college? You would not recognize me now from the dude then. You'd be like, who is this sassy cyber goth?
We were all goblins.
All of us were. We've all said and done horrible things back in the day. So long as you look at it and go, yeah, I was fucked up. And you just don't do it again. Like, that's what you do. That's all you gotta fucking do. That's all you gotta fucking do. Just own up to it. Just, yes, that was fucked. I'm no longer fucked. I'm unfucking myself as we talk. I
would probably no longer do things the way I did them when I was 18. I would come out just like...
My nickname at mosh pits was Double Fist. Because I had 2 oil cans at all fucking times. I could drink my fucking weight in PBR. Like... Now I don't even drink all that often. The last time I, like, had, like, a fucking drink... Like, I even tested myself. I had, like, my usual, because I had the Christmas ale down at the fucking pub. And so, like, I drank 2 fucking mugs of that, and I was like, I am so fucking tired. And I'm like, I think I'm done. Like, I'm just like, I think I'm just done drinking. Or at least going out recreationally to just fucking hang and just knock back some fucking pints. Like, I'm just like, I think that part of my life's over. It's not bad.
Yeah. I think Kevin James had my favorite interpretation of that particular phenomenon. He's like, in high school, I could eat 2 Big Macs, finish out the day like a hummingbird. Now, I get halfway through one, I'm like a bear that got shot in the ass with a tranquilizer dart. Just... They're like, sir, you can't lay down in the McDonald's.
God, dude, I'm the same fucking way though. Like, just today, I went to the laundromat, and there's a couple restaurants across the way, across the parking lot, because this is this big old parking lot, because Ohio's repurposed a lot of the mall settings by tearing down the mall, setting up plazas and shit, but we still have the big fucking, desert of cars. So I walk across the desert, the asphalt desert, and I go into an Old Carolina. And I get a pulled pork sandwich and fries. And even that, I'm just like, after I eat that, I could have eaten 9 of those. Like, when I was in college, just being like, yes! More mustard! Just fucking demolishing this shit. Could have had like fucking 3 sandwiches. I fucking eat a single pulled pork sandwich, great by the way. The fucking mustard sauce, perfect. And those fucking fries, those Old Carolina fucking seasoned ass fucking fries, great fucking shit. And, like, I fucking, like, get back to the laundromat, and I'm just like, oh, oh, man. Oh, yeah, exactly. And it's showing in my cooking, because, like, I put tons of fucking veg in my cooking, because I'm like, I need this energy, or I'll die. Like, I'm like... God, yeah, just the shit, just the shit. I've been thinking about a lot of shit in my younger day, probably because like my birthday is coming up, and it was like, and then my brain just unwarranted, just like, hey, remember that thing? Remember those things back in the day? Hey, remember that time you? I'm like, oh, shut up. Like,
remember all of your regrets?
Every day, brain. Every day!
Yeah, I was at Fry the Coop recently, and I was realizing that in all the years I've been going there, I never gave him a good review on Google. I was like, I should do that, because I'm in like the top 10% of like fucking reviewers on Google Maps in the fast food category. So I was like, that I think my shit carries some weight. That might help them if I. So in the review, I'm talking about how, yeah, they fucking just pick one thing to do and do it extremely well. They have like 5 items on their menu. It's not like a lot of places you go to with the bloated ass menu that has 80 items on it and all of them are mediocre. They're like,
oh yeah,
we
that
do
shit's
chicken.
the worst.
We do chicken. That's it. Which of the 5 chicken things we do you fucking want?
God bless. And it's just, God, like, midlife rabbit. Yeah, no, that's crazy to think about. Because, all right, think about me streaming, all right? So, in a couple weeks, I'm going to do, in a couple of weeks is going to be the anniversary I started my channel. I will have been doing this for 7 years. Think about that. Think about how crazy that is. The people who were here at the beginning, I do not know how to use the interface still. That's why nobody has VIP tags. I'm like, I don't know. It's just like, or like I was here first tags. I don't fucking know. I want to hit one button and be like, oh, broke. Like, I'm like, because if it's a machine and I can touch it, like if it's hardware, I can take this shit apart. I work on my car constantly, like I'm demon possessed. Like fucking, like when I was getting my car fixed up from my thing, which is why I still have a massive fucking credit card debt. But we'll worry about that in a minute. Like when I was talking to Zach down there, who looks like he was just cut right out of a fucking 1992 catalog of just like cool dude. Like he was talking to me about the car parts and whatnot. I was like, oh yeah, no, the absorbers and whatnot, and or the gasket's okay, and also how about the bushings? The bushings good. And he like put down his clipboard. He looked at me. He was like, you know your shit. And I'm like, yeah, I do. I went to college. When I went to college, I went to college for automotive repair. The only thing I don't know how to do is the transmission. If the transmission's fucked out, the most thing I can suggest is take your longest barreled shotgun and shove it into your gas tank and squeeze the trigger. Like that's all I gotta tell you. Like your transmission's fucked, you're fucked. Like so the craziest shit in the world. So the craziest shit in the world to me, right? A couple more bleps from Mizuki. There you go. So that's the craziest shit. So it's gonna be like, so like I don't know how to do that shit with software. I used to know how to do software back when we had zip drives, 3.5-inch floppies, and Windows 95 and QBasic. When I was in school, the most complicated language was C+, not C++, C++. That's about as far as I can go up the tech tree. Everything else, I'm like, what demonology is this? The fact that I learned back in college, when I used to be a mapper for RPG Maker, I would be a mapper for people's RPGs they make that were mostly self-aggrandizing. The writing made me want to basically eat glass. But we're not talking about that. I learned how to write in Ruby, which was the programming language for fucking RPG Maker. I found a book on it. I found a book online back when we had forums. Back in the day, in the old wild west of the old internet, I found the fucking programming language for Ruby, and I fucking studied that. And I learned how to go ahead and optimize mapping and even make custom events and whatnot through Ruby. And everyone was like, oh, you should make RPG, you should make the best, biggest thing. I'm like, I just learned how the thing works. I tried to learn how to use like Blender and shit, because I'm like, I kind of want to do digital art. Like, the most I'm going to do is like A-Sprite, because I used to do pixel art, kind of as a hobby. And so even with A-Sprite, I'm like, what the fuck demonology is this? Feels like there's a goddamn ghoul in my fucking computer.
Yep, I never graduated past MS Paint.
And so, oh god, the day they get rid of MS Paint on Windows, I will die. I will actually die.
They tried once, a few years ago. I don't know if you remember, it was like Windows, fucking, I forget if it was 9 or 10 or whatever the fuck.
It was Windows 9, and they replaced MS Paint with something else. I'll never forget it because my sister sent me a text message with it saying, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, the entire internet went so apeshit, they're like, alright, God, we'll put it back. We didn't realize people actually used it. Excuse the fuck out of us.
How the fuck did you not know John Lennon used it? People use it for John Lennon. How do you once describe a car's transmission? Eldritch wizardry? Yes, that's exactly how I described it. It's fucking eldritch wizardry, and I'll explain why. There is a long-standing thing about the planetary gear in a fucking automatic transmission. The demonic sorcery that goes into an automatic transmission. Like, how it works and how the planetary gear on its shifts and its axis goes ahead and navigates what fucking gear is in motion is wild. And the dude went insane. The inventor of the automatic transmission went insane. Probably because he ran out of sanity because Yogg the Thoth was just like, bloop, just in his fucking, like in his fucking metacarpal or something. I don't know. But, like, it's crazy.
I think you're thinking of Ringo Starr's MS Paint art.
Ringo Starr! Yeah, it was one of them. Look, it was a 1 in 4. I just took my shot. I knew it wasn't fucking Paul McCartney, like, because Paul McCartney was still doing music and shit. I didn't know about the other ones. Fucking, oh, good, goddamn, man. I started streaming 7, in a couple weeks. I'll be doing it 7 years. 7 fucking years. So I started this when I was 31. I was 31, and then a month later I was 32. And I started it by literally going, it was Connor. It was Connor. We all know him as Distortion Devil. We all know him as, that man's making the breakout of his fucking career going into, like, big fucking projects. He's gonna be fucking Toxie in a beat-em-up. Do you know how fucking insane that is to me? That is insane. That he is Toxie in a toxic Avenger beat-em-up. It is... What? Because I used to watch the cartoon. Like, I'm like... Wow. Like,
you can be the guy in the crowd going, I know him.
Yeah, I know that guy. We get drunk and listen to music. Like... It's wild. He's my best friend. He's like my bestest friend. And he got me into this because he was like, he goes, you're really funny and I think you'd be really good at streaming. And at the start I was like, I don't think I want to do that. And he's like, why don't you want to do that? And I was like, I don't think I want to do that because, you know, it's not, I was raised by, like, my grandparents and my parents, and they're all just, like, we're from the Midwest. We're from, like, we're from the Midwest. We're Midwestern Ohioans, who basically just on the cusp of the city going into the rural. It was, you know, it was the old pension of honest work for honest pay, you know? You went to your You are
hard-coded to toil with your hands within the earth.
Exactly. So I was just like, it's not honest work, which sounds stupid, but like that was the pension. Like that was a pension. It's like you went to your 9 to 5, you clocked in, you got your paycheck every 2 weeks, you patiently waited for death. Like, you know, that's what you fucking did. That's what you fucking did.
Them's the times.
And that's the times. And I was raised by a joint effort by my parents and my grandparents on both sides because my mom and my dad worked constantly. So I kind of had an old-timey upbringing. I said jeepers for the longest time as a kid. Okay? You know how great it is to say jeepers in 1994? You are called justifiably dork and shoved to the sand. All right? Looking back at it, I do not dispose my hazing. Kids are kids, whatever. I don't give a shit.
Looking back, like, yeah, I would have bullied me too.
So, like, but like now I still say jeepers and golly and gumdrops sometimes. Of course, I also say the George Carlin like fivefold of just like ass, fuck, pussy, motherfucker, and tits. So like, you know, but like occasionally I squeeze out of jeepers, and my friends look at me and go, "What the fuck did you say?" And I'm like, I said tits! Like, I'm like, that's what I do before they put the switchblades away. So Connor's like, no, do it. It'll be really funny. You'll be really good at it. And I'm just like, I don't fucking know. It's like, okay, I'll give it a shot. And I was like, okay, I'll work at the diner because I worked at this diner. And I was like, when I get off work, what's a game I could shit out real quick? And I was like, Mega Man. I'm really good at Mega Man. I'm like, I'll shit out a Mega Man game, and I'll do this for a week. And when I noticed that I still have one viewer, and I think it's me because I have the page up, I will go ahead and nod in a I see kind of vibe, and I will just go back to the diner. And eventually, when the diner shuts down, which it did during COVID, I will then go to I don't know a steel mill until my back gives out, and hopefully I'll be able to get into an administrative position. I don't fucking know. I know how to use Excel. So that was the plan. 7 years ago. And amazingly, it worked. And this is my new job. Hard to explain to my parents. I didn't tell my parents until my sister went to the diner and I wasn't working there anymore. And then she was like, "Why aren't you working there?" I'm like, "Oh, shit." And it wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault that I didn't tell them. It was, one, I didn't know how to tell them, and also the fact, because, you know, like I said, old-timey family. And also to the fact of just like, bro, I'm really stupid. I 1000% just forgot to tell. I just forgot to tell somebody. I was fucking.
My sister was like, "Why are you working at the diner?" And I panicked and went, "I'm selling drugs."
No, I'm not a streamer. It's the meth. It's meth. I'm selling meth.
I'm a rent boy, I swear.
I'm a sweet little meth man. It's fine. So I amazingly, by all fucking motes and parts, people ended up liking my shit, and I've been doing this for 7 years. The needle hasn't moved in a fucking frog's age, as far as growth and whatnot's concerned. I'm very close to getting 5,000 followers on this channel, but the fact that I have a half-decent crowd throwing logs into a fire, that says something about my I think that says something. I think that says something at the end of the day. Please God, let it mean something at the end of the day. So I've been doing that, and and so, like I said, even like throwing logs into a fire, I'm pulling a half-decent crowd, and I've set up other shows where I'm like playing, I've set up other shows, like on Thursdays I play horror games, Wednesdays I do pretty much fucking whatever. I do some things, I figure out what works, play through the Elden Ring, does that work? Do some horror games, does that work? RuneScape, these are gifts just for me. Bromad showed me this game 2 years ago, and Jesus fucking Christ, do I love this game. So I'm sorry you're stuck with this forever until I get everything on Mr. Everything, and then I guess he'll turn to dust, because there's nothing else for him to grab until the next update, and that will be fucking jolly jeepers.
And Mr. Everything looked out upon the sands and wept, for there were no more worlds to conquer. And so you just delete the fucking account.
No, I'll get Jagex to fucking witness me, like in Mad Max. Just witness me! You know, honestly, if I was past 5K, a lot of people think that. Also, I really like that fast clap. I like that emote. I love looking at other people's emotes. I think they're so adorable. I still want to do more shit for mine, but like financially, this year, I've been fucked this entire year. I've been so fucked. That shit with my car, when I fucking did a misturn, oh, that fucked me hard.
Yep, cars are good for that. It's like, oh, are you somewhat stable financially? Fuck you, no you're not.
It just fucking laughs like Wario, and just the fucking serpentine belt just snaps and just smacks all the fucking engine out of alignment or some shit. So yeah, but like No, I've been doing this for fucking ages, and this is my only job now. There are other methods I've been trying to get into. Like, I've been trying to get into my writing since I rediscovered my love of writing. I am writing a one-shot for the Unexpectables based off of Jimmy Buffett called The Curse of Margaritaville. The rank and file are called the Florian Men.
God damn it!
Oh, it's gonna be so good. I made several magical items. Several are based off of Jimmy Buffett songs. One is a reference to Archer, and another one, two of them are references to Garfield. One of them is a magical weapon called the Spear of Jonathan the Forgiver. Based off of the I'm sorry, John, and then he says you are forgiven, Garfield. One of them is a Heliod item called Cheeseburger in Paradise. Don't guess anything else. Those are two I'm gonna throw out. I've been writing that. I stopped writing for it until Monty brought it up, and now I'm writing for it again because I was writing for it and I was excited, and Chero was giving me ideas, as well as Mal was giving me some ideas. Some of the testers I'm gonna pull out for it, and I say testers. We're not gonna go through a campaign. I'm just gonna go ahead and just like throw it to one of my D&D more crunch buddies because I don't know the crunch, but I can write like a motherfucker. So I'm gonna put the crunch at the best of my ability and then throw it to one of my friends and go like, is this sane and can it be played in under 3 hours? Like that's what I'm gonna do.
Don't ever try and figure for time, because you write something figuring it for 3 hours, it is always gonna go at least.
Well, I know it's gonna go over, yeah. But I'm trying to be respectful of like Monty's time. Because it's gonna be on her channel. If it was on my channel, I don't give a shit. They're gonna get stuck in Margaritaville for 4 weeks. But we're going to do a whole fucking campaign about Margaritaville. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to do The Curse of Margaritaville. And that's something I've been writing. But nothing's really come out of that. I've also been trying to get into voice acting. I have, at this point, sent out auditions for 76 roles. I've been counting. 76 roles this year. I have been selected for none of them. I did get one callback. I got one callback. And the other 75 were whiffs. But like my grandfather always told me, you always miss 100% of the shots you don't take. He was a baseball fan. Go Tribe, or Guardians now.
Yeah, go Mud Hens.
Personally, I think Cleveland Guardians is a sick fucking name.
Are the Mud Hens a real team, or did they make that up for MASH?
I think they made it up for MASH.
The Toledo Mud Hens are not a real baseball team.
But the reason why I wrote Curse of Margaritaville was based off of a meme picture someone sent me. I think it was either Connor or Monty. And I was like, I got something for that. And so I was thinking about it. I was doing some rough drafts. And I came up with it, which is when I talked to Cheru and Mal. And they had some good ideas because they're also no stranger to the funny math dice. I passed it through on the Unexpectables. I was like, hey, so for April Fools, I want to do a campaign, and this is the campaign. And everyone was on board, and I was like, fuck yeah, everyone's on board. Like, I had people just throw in there. I'm making it to be balanced for around level 5, about 4 players, I think would be good. 5, I want to cheese it. And we'll go ahead and do that. I think 4 would be good, 3 or 4. Then, as I was writing The Curse of Margaritaville, a funny thing happened. Jimmy Buffett passed away. And I went, oh God, I wrote the death note. I stared at
pepperoni.
And I stared at my fucking Word program, and I was like, I don't know if I should write this because I feel like it's insulting. Because I do like Jimmy Buffett, but I don't like him as much as like other musicians at the time, like King Harvest or Yes or anything like that. I know about Jimmy Buffett. I like Jimmy Buffett, but like I've never been like I've never been like a margarita head or whatever they're fucking called. Like I've never been one of those people.
That's fine. Just go to the document, hit the fucking home key, type in memoriam, go back to the end, keep writing.
So like I didn't write in it for about like a month or two because I was just like, I don't want to fucking do it. And then just like Monte came out and she was like, hey, is that one shot done? And I'm like, no. No, it's not. And she says, oh, okay, because this happened and whatnot, but just let me know. And then she did a one shot and I was pulled onto it and I was just like, okay, yeah. And so like Monty and Chair and whatnot, like, no, it's not insulting and whatnot. I'm like, okay. Well, if nobody thinks it's insulting, I'll go ahead and keep writing for it. But it's just it was just weird because I was writing for it and then he died and I was just like, I don't know if this is insulting now.
He was, from what I know of the man, he never took himself dreadfully seriously.
No, the man was very lackadaisical.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one's gonna be great. Instead of like a fucking boutique you can buy like healing potions and shit from, you buy it's a gift shop. It's literally just the Margaritaville gift shop that I went to one time. Yeah, no, Monty's rather excited because she was just like, yeah, I want to give you your chance to go ahead and just like do a one shot, and I'm just like, are you fucking serious? Do you like I never thought of that at all. Like I could go ahead and do this shit with my writing. But yeah, the voice acting hasn't really panned out all that much. I did get a call back, but nothing too big. As far as that's concerned, things that really keep me going, as far as that, because you'd be like, oh, you know, it's because, you know, you're like 38 or 39. It has nothing to do with age. And there's two people I can go ahead and point at for the age doesn't fucking matter. One is Alan Rickman.
Yep.
Alan Rickman did not get a role in shit until he was like, what, like 50, 55, something like that?
Yeah, something like that. Harrison Ford was into his like mid-30s.
If I remember right, Harrison Ford was a handyman before he was
Oh yeah, he was a carpenter.
Yeah. Oh, he was just a dead ass carpenter. Oh, okay.
Yep. He was a carpenter on the set of, I think, fucking THX 9000 or whatever the fuck.
And the other person I can think of who is a little bit closer to what I do is Dan from Game Grumps. That's another guy who was like, you know, he's also up there.
Yeah, you're just going through that awkward phase from 12 to 29.
Yeah, you know. And we get ashes. We get ashes out of that, so that's good.
Yeah, I love when he talks about it. He's like, yeah, this shit worked out in the nick of time after 25 years of not working out.
My favorite video of the Game Grumps is still the Mickey Mouse one. Where Dan's just like, you know, my mom now is aware that I do Game Grumps, and I know through just fate this is going to be the first video she clicks on.
Yeah.
And she's just going to stare at me from across the dinner table going, oh, I'm proud of you, Dan. Paid you through college.
It'd be like, cool living you're making. Glad we paid your way through college.
But then again, that's also a quiet aspiration of mine, is just like, if my family ever needs anything in dire straits, it could be like, I can use my fat girl forager money to go ahead and be like, BAM! I'm your son! And then I just ride off on my fucking chariot.
That's my goal.
I'm your little boy!
My goal in life is to be that guy from the fucking TikTok, the guy who paid off his sister's student loans with the money from his first OnlyFans payout by like kicking in the door to his mom's house.
Right!
That guy, he just like kicked in the door to his mom's house, marched into his sister's room, slapped her in the side of the head with a duffel bag full of money. It was like, that's your student loan payments. Paid for with my penis.
How'd you get all the money? With my penis.
Yeah.
The best part of that video is like the beaming with pride, he said.
Yeah. And the mom yelling at him, like, that was a very sweet thing you did for your sister, but you need to pay for that fucking door.
Shrimp me this. What is your favorite fish? My favorite fish? Oh. Angelfish are very pretty. I'm also a big fan of deep sea jellyfish.
Oh, my brain went in a completely different direction. We're talking about like, ooh, this fish is pretty in an aquarium. I went to, I like to eat salmon.
Oh, my favorite fish to eat? Tuna. But not like in a canned tuna. Like I'm talking about like tuna steaks.
Yeah, like red
good.
tuna.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, ahi tuna fucks.
Oh, it's so fucking good. I've only had it a handful of times because you know it's pricey, but like, and also in Ohio, you're like, I want a tuna steak, and they're like, are you out of your fucking mind? Like, look at where you live. You're in a very landlocked state. Like, how do you imagine you're? Look, you could get it, but it's not going to be top quality. You get me? Like,
we live in the age of refrigeration. Figure that shit out.
Yeah, and even with refrigeration, it's only kinda, you know? That's why I never poo-poo any chef around here for like, you know, use a seafood dish. Is it perfect? It ain't gonna be perfect. It's like, well, yeah, we're in a landlocked fucking state. Unless you get the fucking fish from like the cliffs outside of Logan. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it is hard to go wrong with a little blackened salmon, though.
Oh my god, yeah, blackened salmon's really good. Blackened salmon's really good. I gotta admit.
Yeah, I am. Personally, I am. You know, salmon almost always comes with the skin still on one side of the fillet, and my weak spot in my chefing is my fucking knife work. I just do not have the hands for it.
Some people don't, man. It's cool.
Yeah.
At that point, I would just look at you and be like, okay, so you can't, so like your finger game ain't great for filleting the fish and whatnot. That's cool. Hey, how's your dicing game?
Yeah. Well, the nice part of salmon is that even if you suck at like trimming the skin off, like, you know, getting it with a fillet knife, and you end up with a bunch of meat left on the skin, you can just put it skin side down in the pan and cook it on low heat for a couple of minutes, and the layer of fat adhering the skin to the muscle dissolves, and you can just peel that shit off in one piece.
Oh, god damn. I didn't think that. That's crazy.
Yeah, so that's how I do it. I season the top side, you know, to brush it with a little olive oil, hit it with the blackened seasoning, and then I put it skin side down in the pan until the skin is ready to just fucking cleanly peel off, and then I flip it over onto the seasoned side, pull the skin off, and then season the other side, which is now exposed, and flip it again.
Oh man, that does sound good. I mean, I made fusilli pasta for later, so that's gonna be pretty good. I've been experimenting because one of my old LARPing buddies invited me to a potluck, a kind of a second Thanksgiving over a couple towns out this Saturday, And since we're not going to be doing anything for on Saturday for this week, or at least that I'm in on, I figured, fuck it, let's go ahead and visit some old LARPing buddies of mine back when I used to do Vampire. Yeah, that should be really fun. So I've been experimenting in my kitchen with a couple of things because, man, I love my buddy. I love my buddy Ronnie a lot. But like, I asked him. I was just like, so, what do you want? You want me to bring like a side dish? You want me to bring like a main thing? What do you want? And he's like, man, just do whatever. And I'm like, you do realize if you ask this, the floodgates are unlocked, and I will make anything.
Yep.
Literally anything. He's like, yeah, that's fine.
The results of this mad food science will be upon your head.
I won't go too experimental, but it's cold, so I'm thinking something spicy. So I might make some jambalaya for scratch on the day it is. Just wake up early and just fucking just make it then. And just have everything prepped and ready to go day before. That way, all I gotta do is just grab bowls and just add to pan. Cause my jambalaya fucks. A big thing of note is when I worked at this brewery in my hometown, it was kind of like a high-end one, where it wasn't like pub grub and whatnot, which is what we really thought we were going for. But I gotta tell you, oh nay, wait, that is not what we were going for. The chef there, I was a prep cook, and they looked at me, and I was helping out with, like, a lot of things. I didn't just do one job at that brewery. I did, like, 9 fucking things. Like, I swept, I cleaned. I fixed one of the pipes from exploding. That was always good. I fixed several things, and they broke down. I built fucking stalls for, I built fucking stalls, because, like, the owner's just like, I need help building this stall! And, like, it looked like Timmy's dad trying to build something, and I'm just like, Jesus fucking Christ. And I'm just like, give me that fucking hammer and those planks, and you go back to your other job, and I will build this.
It does make it somewhat harder to run a restaurant when shit be exploding.
So, yeah, no, one of the conicals fucking backed up, and it almost fucking burst, and, like, they were just like, we need to release some pressure. And I was like, is there liquid in this pipe? And he was there like, no, there's no, he goes, no, there's no liquid in that pipe. And I went, cool, BAM! And I just blew the pipe open. And the pressure went down. And after it was all bled out, I re-adhered the pipe. Thank God we had spare pipes in the back. Yep. Because I didn't think that far ahead. I was just like, it's going to explode and someone's going to die. That's where my brain went. So I was like, this needs solved now.
We worry about everything else later.
And I looked at the fucking twisted pipe and I was just like, I'm going to go to the storeroom. We might have something. And we did. We had some spare pipes. And it just happened to be the pipe I needed. And I was like, oh, well, God bless that, you know? Like...
Yeah, depending on, like, how old a restaurant is, you can find some miraculous shit in the storeroom.
Let's see if we get a Vorkath shard out of this. I've been trying to do so many flash events trying to get a fucking Vorkath shard. So, when I talk about that, my experimental cooking and whatnot, we had some spare shit laying around, so I was like, so I looked over at, I still don't have Vorkath shard. Fuck me. Alright, I was, I was talking over to him, alright, and, I was talking over to the chef and whatnot, and I was like, this was just when we were opening, and we had just, like, some standard shit. And I looked over and I was like, we got some spare parts and whatnot. I'm like, I hate to waste shit. Do you mind if I just use some of the shit and just make like a stew or something for us all? And he was like, yeah, no, I don't mind that. And so I took some things and I slapped together like a beef barley, just real fast, with just some of the odds and ends. And like, chef came over and he fucking tried out some of it, and he was just like, holy shit. And I'm just like, what? And I was like, he said nothing, and he just he just walked over to another chef and was like, try this. And the other guy tried it, and he was like, that's really good. And he thumbed back at me. He was like, he made it with shit parts, like the cutoffs we were gonna throw out. And he leans over, just sees me, and I just sheepishly wave. And he's just like, so what's your favorite kind of cooking? And I go, stew pot cooking. I was like, it's very, fucking fucking low middle. Like we just stew pot, whatever fucking goes in the pot half the goddamn time. That's what we eat. Sometimes.
We got to clean out the pantry.
Yeah, exactly. And I do that a lot, even in my apartment. I'm like, oh, this shit's going bad. Let's go ahead and just take all this shit, throw it in the pot, and see what alchemy comes out of it. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes I'm like, oh, what has science done? It's free!
Yeah. There is a chef class in Fabula Ultima that you would fucking love.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You get to, depending on what ingredients you have on hand, there's 5, flavor profiles, and it's like, okay, I've got 2 bitter, 3 salty, 4 sweet ingredients on hand, and in battle, you can you can roll to make to improvise a dish, basically, and it's like, okay, based on these 3 ingredients that you're using, you roll for the various flavor combinations on these tables. And it's like, okay, you got for a salty and sweet combination, it's like roll a d8, and you can pick one of these effects, and then whatever effect you get, write that down in your cookbook. That's the effect that combination is going to have from now on. So yeah, there's all these beneficial and harmful effects. And it's like, okay, this dish is going to grant your next attack lightning damage. It's going to give you resistance to earth damage, and it's going to restore like 20 HP. That kind of shit.
That's fucking crazy. Oh yeah, Mr. Morphine. Yeah, I used to go ahead and this is a long time ago. God, 13 years ago now. Yeah, I used to be a vampire LARPer. I played a Tremere Seneschal. It was pretty goddamn fun. Met a bunch of people through there, and yeah, once a year, we all just kind of meet up and just either have a late Christmas party, or we have kind of a second Thanksgiving. I guess this year it's gonna be a second Thanksgiving, and it's gonna be pretty goddamn fun. But yeah, after the soup stuff, Chef looked over at me and he was just like, what soups do you know how to make? And I was just like, I can make stews too. And he was just like, oh, fuck yeah, okay. So all the soups and stews, I haven't been in my hometown forever now, probably, barring the jury duty I did this year. I haven't been there in 8 years, 9 years. But as far as I'm aware from people who still live around there, that brewery still uses the soups and stews that I wrote.
Nice.
And I did.
It's nice to have a legacy.
Oh, it is. And I used just all kinds of shit that was laying around. And I'll never forget it because we had the stew, and we finished the stew, everyone liked it, and then the other chef came around, and he brought some he brought some real choice fucking cuts and some good veggies and whatnot. And I'm just like, are we done with prep? What's all this for? And he looked at me and he was like, oh, that's for you. And I was like, what do you mean that's for me? He goes, I want you to make that with better shit. Make this. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay. I just diced her on up and threw her on in. Dude, I love stew because it's just good lazy cooking, honestly. You fucking take a pot, you fill it with beef stock and God knows what else. You throw some herbs in to go ahead and make it fucking herbaceous and fucking nice and fancy. Fucking spoon the fucking shit out. Then you just go ahead and just throw all the shit in there and you just roast it up first. I like to roast it up first. And
let
then
that shit cook for 9 hours and catch up on your reading.
Yeah, and then you just go ahead and just throw it all in the pot. You put it down low. Then you forget that you put it there. And then somewhere between an hour and 9 fucking years, you add the barley.
There is no way out of the lodge.
Oni Samurai, thanks for the raid. Welcome to
Then you-
RuneScape.
Yeah. Then you fish the fucking bay leaves out because they've done their work.
Oh yes. I had a sieve. I had a sieve and whatnot that I used. Oni Samurai, thanks for the follow, man. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, I had all this shit, right? I used to have it just like free floating, and the chef looks at it, he goes, "What's all that stuff?" And I was like, "Oh, you know, it's a beef dish, so there's some thyme floating in there, some rosemary." And he was just like, "Have you ever made an herb sachet?" And I go, "Then there's fancy words." What's an herb sachet? And he looked at me like I said, "I will fucking stab you and leave you for dead in the freezer." Like that's what the look on his face. He paled. Like he was like, "You don't know what an herb sachet is?" And I go, "Should I know what an herb sachet is?"
I look like I went to culinary school.
And I look up, I'm just like, I should have said that. I'm just like, that's true. I never went to culinary school. I just was raised around people who vehemently went, "Yeah, we aren't rednecks, but we have chickens," and and we also had, and so like that's how I learned to cook. And like also like I came from a corporate job that I somehow bagged completely hungover. No, I don't know what an herb sachet is. And he was just like, "Let me show you how to make an herb sachet." And so like he threw the herbs and threw it in like a thing of cheesecloth and fucking just like put a tie on it. And I was just like, "Oh, it's a bag.
Yeah.
A sachet's a bag. This is an herb bag.
Yeah.
This is a bag
Now
with herbs in
you're
it."
getting it.
And he looked over at me and he was like, "Should I have said herb bag?" And I was like, I had no idea what sachet was for a long time. I think the last time, and he was like, "You have to have heard the word sachet." He's like, you sometimes speak pretty intelligently. He goes, you don't. He goes, "You have to know what the word sachet is." I'm like, maybe in an RPG, but I don't know right now.
I'm like, no, I'm not a highwayman.
Yeah, I don't go ahead and serve the fucking food going, "Your money or your life!" Like, I don't do that. I was like an herb sachet. I'm like, you should have just said a bag full of herbs, you fucking... Yeah. But yeah, no, I've been making herb sachets now for my cooking for like ad nauseum, unless I run out of cheesecloth, which happens a lot because I'm just like, I need to make it, and I open up my closet and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, cheesecloth. The thing when I ever ask for at a culinary shop or whatnot, they all look at me like I just killed the Pope and I'm covered in his blood. Like I'm like, "You have a cheesecloth?" Like I'm like,
I love Ross talks about that phenomenon. In his case, relating to art rather than cooking, but same principle. He's like, when you're self-taught and you don't know the names for things, you just know your own little fucked up terms that you've come up with. Like I'll be talking to a friend who actually went to art school, and they'll be like, they'll mention some term for like an art technique, and I'll be like, "What's that?" And they'll look at me like, "You have to fucking know what that is. I've seen you do it." I'm like, "No," and then they'll demonstrate, and I'll be like, "Oh, you mean a dangly-goo?"
oh my god, no, that works. I sent Chero into fucking orbit one day. Because we were like looking at something like this piece of art she was doing, or like it was like some picture, and I was just like, "Oh yeah, I like the little schwa on the end there."
Yeah.
And like full record scratch. If you're from the Midwest, you might have heard what a schwa is. A schwa is a kind of common term, at least where I live. So a schwa is just a little curve on the end of something. It pulls down to a little schwa and just flips right up. Like it's like kitty cats have them with little curvy tails. Like, oh, look at that, little flicks up into a little schwa in the back there. It's like that's what a schwa is. And so she was just like, "What the fuck is a schwa?" And I'm like, "Oh, this is a schwa." And I took the picture and I got MS Paint out and made an arrow point to it and typed out the word schwa to the best of my ability because it's spoken, not really typed. And she was just like, that is just a curve! And I'm like, no, it's a schwa! It's a schwa!
It's a fucking sky comma.
And everyone was like, and like, so many people were just on their side. They're like, I've never heard of a schwa. I'm like, cause none of you are where I'm from! This is a schwa! They're wrapping me in a fucking straight jacket. Just going like, get him out of here. And I'm just like, it's a fucking schwa! Just being just like drug away.
Private schwa! Get the camera! Get the surveillance equipment.
Private schwa! Get the surveillance equipment! We gotta put this thing to bed!
says A, A look like a fancy P. I'm just gonna go ahead and put this down as an arch.
I swear to God, because like I'm also good at engineering and shit, but I don't know the names for half the fucking parts or what like the architecture's called. So like I remember one time I was like just a little like as I'm just like painting these things like in Satisfactory. I'm just like, oh yeah, the fucking miner over there gets the fucking rocks. That's ore. No, those are rocks. There's different shinier rocks. Like Jesus, like Jesus Christ! I went to a laundromat today, and like there was some biting fucking wind today. Like ambient temperature right now is 24. Like I was trying to like strike a burn. I couldn't get a fire going, and like I was just like, and so I finally got it going. I walked back, and there's this girl outside around my age. With just a cigarette, and we both nod at each other, and I'm like, it's really fucking blustery today, isn't it? And she's just like, blustery? And I'm like, yeah, blustery. And she's like, I've never heard of blustery. And I'm like, how have you never heard of blustery? You look like you bleed I watch rom-coms for a living. You must have heard the term blustery somewhere. I know Bill Murray says it in Sleepless in Seattle, unless it's Billy Crystal. I can't really remember the cast of that one.
Look at you. Your sewing kit is clearly in a Dansk cookie tin.
Like, you don't know what fucking bluster... Look, no, I'm the one that has the tin recipe book, okay?
Yeah.
I have a recipe book in a tin box from a year where I'm pretty sure if I put a Geiger counter to it, it'll be like, whoa! Like, all right, that's what... Like, that's what I want. But, like, I'm just, like, blustery. I'm like, you need to know am I the only one who clicked the word of the day below Ask Jeeves back in the 90s? Am I the only one? Sometimes I feel like the only one.
Oh, man, have I got a fucking YouTube channel for you. It is just engineering porn. It's called Inheritance Machining. It's about a guy who inherited his grandfather's workshop full of tools. And he's like, okay, I need to just make a bunch of cool shit with this. Usually, it's making tools with which to make other more complicated shit.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, he.
Give me a minute, okay? I gotta run to that.
Yeah, while I am thinking of it, let me pull up this little do here. I will share this with chat. This is the first video of his that I became aware of, making a fucking bolt action pen that is cool as shit. A lot of his stuff is more utilitarian. It's like, oh, I'm making a really particular kind of vice lock I need for for when I'm machining other things. But yeah, this one was just a cool little project. Just a ballpoint pen with a bolt action slide. which he made for his he originally made one for his father-in-law, but he was like, I kind of want one. So I'm just gonna make another one.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hey, thank you very much for that. So, some more things we can do. There's this weird hero pass thingamajiggy. There's some special missions here that expire in 6 days. We're not doing any of these because we're going completely down the list of doing quests. So we're just taking this. We're going go away now. But we can do the rest of these. These are the bearing, scattering, offer ashes, offer bones, and we're doing this one right now of creating flat pack furniture, which I think is just funny to do. So we are going to become an IKEA to see how far we can go ahead and get on this list.
We have to level our flat pack craftery to mastery level to craft the divorce maker.
Divorce maker. Oh God! Hey, speaking of interior design, so yeah, me getting around the age I am now, I have a weird style. I've noticed that. I've noticed I have a weird style. So my interior and my clothing is really just at the end of a day a mix of like cottagecore and grunge. Like I'll either wear flannel and like jeans just with like a blank t-shirt or something like that, or like I will wear my jeans, a hat with like a hat that says like Memento Mori with a skull, and like a fucking hoodie with like a moon and a screaming face on the back, like some real Shin Megami Tensei shit.
Yeah.
And that's it. My house is a mix of. Do you want to know a fun secret about my furniture? People comment on how like nice and cottagey like my furniture in my apartment is. Here's the secret. It's indoor furniture, but it's not. It's outdoor furniture that I just brought indoors.
We have the technology.
And the best thing I like about it is it's very firm and like it's strong and holds up pretty well. Because like I said, this was made in the age where people gave a shit. So it's strong, but it's also light as fuck. So I can just hold it. So like, literally, I feel like Mr. Fantastic, like Mr. Incredible when I'm like cleaning my apartment. Because I'm just literally holding my sofa over my head while I'm just going ahead and just sweeping under it. Rabbit walks past a pool chair. Okay, you laugh. I needed chairs one time because some people were coming over to my apartment. They were much more than Nero and Zoops. So what I ended up doing, you're gonna love this. What I ended up doing was I went down to the Walmart and with a $10 bill, I bought 4 fucking pool chairs. And I threw them around. And we all came around. We had a good time. And after that point, I will probably never have that many people in my apartment again. I stacked them, I threw in the trunk of my hatchback, and I donated it to the local Goodwill. That's what I did. Or Salvation Army, whichever one's closer in this town. I keep wanting to say Goodwill, but you know how that's interchangeable. You're like, oh, it's a Goodwill, and then it turns out to be a Salvation Army. You're like, what the fuck? Okay, well, same music band, same instruments.
If I ever have a dinner party again, I will re-spend the $10.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there was one time where I did that, and also, you know those fucking $5 poker tables? Yep, just fucking bought that, slapped it open, just clack, punk, done. Throw the shit over here, bada bing. It's astonishing, actually. Where like I'm just like, man, I don't know where I'm gonna get this thing for like my for like my house, and I'm just like I'm thinking and I'm thinking and I'm just like, where am I gonna get this thing? And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm 38. I could just go out and get it. I could just get the thing I want here. And indeed, I go out and I go, hi, I'm 38. And they're like, welcome, other 38-year-old. And I just buy it. And I just put it in my apartment. Like, I remember when I first moved into my apartment, I remember there's nothing in the apartment, right? Because I just got it. And I flopped on the first thing I did was I just laid down on the carpet. And I was just like, this is fucking nice. I'm like, holy shit, this is so fucking good. And so I, cross-legged, was just sitting on my carpet eating sheets. I'll never forget it. It was a fucking cheeseburger and Wisconsin cheese bites that I got for $6. And I fucking, I ate that shit. And I was like, oh, fuck yeah, that's good. And I walked to the kitchen to throw it away. And that's when I realized I didn't have a trash can. And I was like, oh, I should probably buy a trash can? That's a thing. I rent a property now. I could put things in this property. Yeah, that's a thing. You're not laughing because you're stunned. You're stunned. You're stunned to death. Because you had the exact same thing. You're like, oh, yeah, I could totally just buy a trash can and put it here. And indeed, I was just like, where do the trash cans live? Target?
Yeah, Target, I think.
Yeah, to no one. To no one in this echoey apartment, because I had nothing in it. I was just like, Target? Maybe Target? And so, like, I went to the Target, and I was like, I walked over to a clerk, and I was just like, do you have trash cans? And they're like, yeah. Why would you ask it like that? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm new to this. But you're 29. I'm new to this! Like... Oh, don't mind me. I can totally... one of my friend's apartments back when I was like 22 or 23... Milk crate life. Everything was milk crates. If he wanted to be fancy, he would get a sheet. Throw. Now it's fancy.
Because of said, crazy cage uncle, I have a wildly different mental picture for milk crate from most people. Most people think of like the square plastic.
Yeah, the plastic cube looking ass thing.
Oh, nay. He had a shed full of milk crates that were like from the 18th century. They were like rectangular and they were metal at the corners and they were wood slats.
Like the fucking like Wally Cody like Acme crates?
Yes.
Jesus fucking God. That's probably valuable to someone now.
Oh yeah, they would have sold for fucking buku bucks at an antique shop, but he just had them full of shit in the shed.
Jesus fucking God. Yeah, no, my friend's apartment was like that milk crate life. Like it was great because I was like, where'd you get all this? And he looked over and he was like, every Tuesday for 3 weeks, they threw out the milk crates. No one was taking the milk crates. I watched them. No one came to take them. So one day I just drove by and I was like, I'm going to take these 20 milk crates. And I threw them in my truck and I drove off.
Yeah, like here, let me, okay, here. I don't think it was these that I found a picture of have International Dairy Company from Chicago on the side. I don't think it was these specifically because, like I say, he was from Louisiana. I don't think his milk crates would have been from Illinois. But this is like the style I'm talking about. Sending you the picture here.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah. Let me see if the image link isn't.
That was the same crate that they used for the war.
Okay, the image link isn't 9 miles long, so I will drop it in chat as well.
Okay, yeah, that works. That works. You want to know a quick cheat, just in case your URL is 9,000 miles long?
Tiny URL.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Or just save the picture and upload it to Imager. That was going to be my other guess.
Yeah. You can also copy image and paste it into Discord, and then copy that image link.
Damn. Didn't know there was 3 conveyor belts going to the same assembler. Jesus.
Yep. But yeah, his
Yo, a clue. A clue.
I think I told you about the turtle he snatched off the side of the road. He was planning to cook, but it slowly got away. Yeah, just a big fucking tortoise walking along the side of the road that he was like, hey, he was with my dad at the time, and he's like, hey, stop. He like leaned out he like opened the passenger side door of the truck and leaned out it like a fucking helicopter gunner and just snatched this bitch up by the tail and like brought it home, and he's planning on cooking it the next day. So he put it in a cooler to store it. He had the little plug off the side to drain the water. He had that open as like an air hole, and me and the two girls from across the street that I was friends with were outside playing, and we'd be running around, and we'd look over, and the cooler would be tipped over, and the turtle would be like 4 feet away, and we'd be like, it's slowly getting away. He would come out and put it in and close the lid and put like 2 milk crates on top of it, and an hour later we'd walk back around the side of the building, and it would be tipped over, and it would be like 10 feet away, and we would be like, it got out again, and he'd come out and put it in and put 4 milk crates on top of it. And somehow it just kept rocking the thing over enough that it would tip no matter how much weight he put on it. And sure enough, he checked it before he went to bed, and it was still stowed, but he came out the next morning, and it and all 6 milk crates were haphazardly scattered around, and it was just gone. It's like, man, you know what? You deserve your freedom, turtle.
Fucking liberated himself like 12 times. The fucking Houdini. I didn't know that your uncle caught the Houdini of tortoises. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. He was telling the story at the creek later like it was the escape from Alcatraz.
Oh, shit. Oh, goddamn. Oh, goddamn, that's funny. The endurance of the turtle. Just This is fucking wild to say. The endurance of the turtle. That just sounds insane.
Sounds like a Native American folktale.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, these were heavy-duty milk crates, is what I'm getting at. When we were moving, he would use them for like storing stuff. I'm like, I think this is counterintuitive because the crates themselves weigh as much as the shit you've got in them.
Fucking whack job. Fucking whack job festival is all that fucking is. Let's do some clues. Oh, I think I do have this one. Okay, let's just.
Like the cartoon where Bugs Bunny races the turtle, and the turtle shit talking him like, oh yeah, you think rabbits are fast, but they're no good as runners. It's like, I mean, look at those ears, wind resistance, nothing but wind resistance.
Oh god, what was it? Hold on. Cecil the turtle.
Yep.
I remember it well. Oh, fucking Christ. Cecil the turtle, motherfucker. I was pissed watching that cartoon when I was a kid. I was like, you fucking asshole, fucking beating bugs, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Like,
that's not how this is supposed to go. Bugs wins, except in this one cartoon where for some reason he's the heel.
I think I said my first swear watching one of those. Yeah, I did. I was watching Cecil the Turtle, and he beat bugs, and I said, Cecil the Turtle is a bastard, and I was grounded. I was grounded so hard.
I turned to my mom and I was like, "Hey, Ma, you seeing this shit?" And I got the strap.
It was so fucking great. It was so fucking funny, man. Because of everything that could happen to a kid, that was made me go, that's bullshit. Like, I'm like, fuck you, you fucking turtle. I fucking hate you. Fuck you. You fucking shitter. This fucking shitter turtle.
I have a friend who she had a son, and one day when he was like a young toddler, we were leaving the house and he was trying to take his bottle with him, and she was like, "No, I've told you that whenever you take them out, you lose them. So the bottle stays here." And in a like quick minor tantrum, rather than just put it down on the coffee table or whatever, he just whipped it across the room so it landed in the kitchen sink. And she was like, "Ryan," and he was like 3 or 4 or whatever at the time. And he was like, "Fuck it, let's go." And she was like, "I wanted to be mad at him for swearing, but also he used it in like the appropriate context." So I was like kind of proud.
Well, you understand speaking comprehension, so
yeah.
I can't be mad. Yeah, I'll never forget that fucking. I'm pretty sure it was Cecil the Turtle was the first thing that made me go, that fucking asshole. Like, I'm just like, it turned me into the man I am today. I was just like,
go to your room.
Maybe, maybe that explains all that high school aggression. Just Cecil the Turtle just started it, and I was just like, maybe that's why I wore death t-shirts and fucking, I don't fucking know.
I can trace back everything that has gone wrong in my life to that fucking cartoon turtle.
He's the one that did it. That's what he did to me! That fucking turtle. You motherfucker.
Dear Cecil, I am slow to anger, but I toe the line.
No, my letter to Cecil would read like a fucking Eugene Merman open letter. Just like, Dear Cecil the Turtle, I hate you!
Please go die, specifically in a carpet warehouse fire.
God, he hasn't done. I am hard pressed to find a more current stand-up album he did. But my favorite is this old one he did. I think it was like the late 90s, early aughts, where he was in line and this kid fucked with somebody and then told his mom that he did it. And then the mom, astonished, like looked at him and went, Did you dare my child to do something? And Eugene was like, my goodness, no. If I dared your child, he'd be dead.
Yep.
Like, I'd look at your child and be like, eat a bucket of fire! I love Eugene Merman's picture on Spotify, because the first one is him with his eyes like almost fully boggled, staring at nothing, looking down with his fucking like his fucking finger steepled, looking at a table. Like, he looks like the exact moment of a man whose sanity just broke.
Good. It's like, I don't know who needs to hear this today, but Marissa Tomei is an anagram of It's-a-me Mario.
Fuck. Huh. Actually.
Son of a bitch.
The things you say sometimes make me just want to look out my window with just a cup of coffee. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, I'm not angry, but rather I do feel aggrieved.
Dear Jay, this is Satan. I need you to know that I am not the reason Marissa Tomei won an Oscar. I am, however, the reason Cher won an Oscar.
Jesus Christ. Oh, man.
I want you to know, instead of the mini-boss I'm programming, I went and typed spawn mini-boss turtle 6-1 because of this train of thought.
Perfect. Keep it in. Keep it in.
That is the best, when somebody is talking to you and you're trying to write or type something and you end up writing what you're saying aloud to them because you crossed the streams.
Oh, I do that way too much when I'm fucking writing. That's why I gotta, like, actually turn off Discord whenever I'm fucking, like, working. Because, like, if I'm in a call with somebody, I will type what either they're saying, or
Yeah.
I will type what I am saying.
Oh, damn. Speaking of Cecil, the guy became way worse in the Looney Tunes reboot. Committed fraud against Porky until Bugs got involved, upon which he held both of them at gunpoint over something. That's a bad turtle.
He's a menace to society! He needs stopped!
I blame the schools.
You would blame the schools. Want to know the weirdest part about this entire, like, train of conversation? I fucking hate Cecil the Turtle. I absolutely love the Ninja Turtles.
Well, they're not assholes.
They aren't assholes. They're so cool. One of them's a party dude.
Let me check my notes. Yep. That math checks out.
Clearly it would.
1/4 of the Ninja Turtles are party dudes.
You ever watch a Jackass movie and think, like, party guy would definitely be Michelangelo if he was human? Like,
Yep.
okay. Glad I'm not the only one. All right, good.
Yes. The Ninja Turtles. The only superheroes who wear masks so that you can tell who they are.
Wasn't there one episode where they just switched what bandanas they wore to, like, fuck with Shredder?
Just parent trap that shit. Yeah, let's change. Let's swap our masks around so they won't know who's who.
Yeah! I think that was an episode. I love how you instantly knew that. Just, wasn't there a female one? Venus. Just quick, just bam, just right there. There it is. It lives here now.
She was the cartoon exclusive one that nobody really liked. There was later a there's one in the comics now of who people actually like. Jenica, I think her name is. She's got like a yellow mask and she has like a claw weapon.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, I think she's like a reverse turtle rather than a turtle who got made, part human. She was a human who got made part turtle, like Splinter style.
Oh, sick. A scroll box. Why, thank you. I will take that scroll box. The child will be born in Bethlehem. Alright. Add the items to the hidey hole. What is this one? Another clue. Of course. Oh, I know this one. This one's in Falador.
There's a fox yell.
Dude, I remember one was a duck. Can't remember his fucking name, but he was like a fucking aircraft pilot who was a duck.
Quackers.
I would not be surprised if that was the name. I really could not be surprised.
Oh yeah, I'll be damned. Alapex. It's female mutant Arctic fox.
Sick. That sounds awesome.
Rocking a sickle.
Oh, got a fucking comma? Sick.
Yeah. All the sickest weapons start as farming implements.
Let's see. Schmaps. There we go. Where is this? Oh! Easy. This one's over here. Ugh. Oh, man. You know, I was thinking of making a name for our streams. Because Rabid and Spaz is pretty good, but I've also liked the term old men yell at clouds.
The Cloud Watchers.
It would be hilarious if one day I just slowly change my stream titles to just Perceiving in all ways. Cloud Watchers, the Perceiving Pals, Scree-Sighters. Watchdog, I think that's the one I'll do with Bromad. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good.
Yeah, for horror content, it could be like the Beholders or something.
Oh, Perceiving Pals is for the horror stuff. The Perceiving Pals.
Watchdog is particularly good.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ooh, another scroll box. What's this one? Horvik. I remember a Horvik. Wasn't that in Varric? Yeah, I remember a Horvik. Yeah, that's definitely in Varric. I remember. I think I talked to him when I was doing Leagues of Bromad yesterday, where I had the craziest speed on darts, and I looked and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna become instantly drunk with power on this." This is immediately what my day is going to turn into. Just Rabbit, how are you doing? Me throwing 1,000 poison darts because they're one tick in the league, going ha ha ha!
Calculating how to maximize my dart damage.
Do not even begin to tempt me. Box! So what's this one? Oh, that's behind the wizard tower. I know exactly where that is. Out of all the horror games you played over the years, which one has gotten to you most where you had to actually stop playing? I want to say at the start, probably the first Silent Hill. Because I've always been squicky with medical horror because I lived that. I was an orderly for a place for the criminally hoo-hoo-hoo. And I used to have nightmares where I'd be working and the lights would turn off and the doors would open. And that's never a good sign.
No.
So I've always had a thing about medical horror because being exposed to the medical world, I know what chems can do. I know what this can do. I know what that syringe contains, and I know what it's gonna fucking do. That terrifies me. So when I'm in a hospital in Silent Hill, the thing that really fucked with me is it looked like one of the hospitals that I used to work at. that really got me. And there, after I got out of the hospital, my hands were fucking trembling. And Tabby was like, "You want to stop for today?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's stop for today. Let's stop for today."
Tabby, will you grill me a cheese?
Grill me a humble cheese.
No, I will not grill you a cheese.
And I think the other one that got me, but I went through it, was Outlast. I can play Outlast now. I can play Outlast with no fucking problem. I remember I ripped through Outlast with Sarah one time because we were talking about it idly because we didn't know what game we were gonna play, and we were talking about Outlast, and I was like, "Yeah, the DLC, they have big floppy dicks. That's why I haven't played that one." She goes, "They have big floppy dicks in Outlast." I'm like, "They don't have big floppy dicks." She goes, "Yeah, they have big floppy wieners in Outlast." I'm like, "No, they don't." And she was like, "Yeah, they do. They have big floppy dicks in Outlast." And I'm just like, "How do you know they have big floppy dicks in Outlast?" She goes, "I played Outlast. They have big floppy dicks." And I'm just like, no fucking way. No fucking way they have big floppy dicks. And so I played Outlast again on Perceiving Pals, not to go ahead and just like not to go ahead and just like be like, "Oh, let's play Outlast again," even though I played it again, but because like I didn't believe her. I didn't believe her at all. I'm just like, no way do they have big floppy dicks in this game. And I got to the part in the prison part with Zune and Zorn, or whatever the fuck their names are, and she was like, "Yeah, right here." And I was like, "Yeah, turn on your night vision." I'm like, "Oh, I didn't have my night vision turned on." She's like, "That's because you didn't see the big floppy dicks." And I'm like, no fucking way. And I turned on my night vision, and I looked down and saw a little bit of dick neck, and I was like, "Oh, well, what do you know? There's big floppy dicks? Huh. Well, I guess we'll go through the rest of the game." We'll check that out. Well, I just turned on that game just to be like, there's no way there's big floppy dicks in this game. And we, like, both her and I just saw giant cocks, and we're just like, oh. Huh. Well, look at that. What do you know? There's some big floppy dicks. The games room.
Where the gamesmen go.
Someone squeak a rubber duck here random times.
Yeah, so Tabby did that. That was all Tabby doing the rubber duck. That sound played once in Silent Hill 1 to kind of just fuck with you a little bit. Turns out Tabby has that saved as like a WAV file. And was just playing into random times and just watching me jump and going, motherfucking. Because Silent Hill is a very good horror game, and the fact that it's a horror game that made me go, ha fuck.
I love when technical limitations become part of the design philosophy. Like the fog in Silent Hill was because they didn't have the fucking render distance.
Yeah.
To make it a proper town. Yeah. It was like, oh, this corner we cut turned out to be spooky and atmospheric. Let's keep it.
Well, yeah, technology back in the day couldn't handle the render distance that it can now.
Yeah.
Especially not on the PS1. Especially not back when that came out, which was like, what, 98, 99, something like that?
Yeah.
So, my fucking god, like, yeah, no, it's just really funny because I played Outlast for the first time and I was fucking worried and scared. And then I played Outlast only because Sarah's like, yeah, they're big floppy dicks. And I'm like, no, they're fucking aren't. I'm going to play it right now on stream and we're going to go through this. I'm going to prove you wrong. There are no big floppy dicks in Outlast. And both me and her were just staring at Zune and Zorn's big fat cocks while they were talking about how they're going to wear her skin or something. And we're just like, wow, look at those fucking dicks. Jesus.
Behold, the Schmeat.
God, may as well call that dude Arby's because he definitely has the meats. Jesus.
Oh, this is torture. This is like eating the meat mountain from Arby's in a hot car.
Oh. Oh no. Oh, how could you? Oh no.
With the meat sweats in abundance.
Why are you saying these words? This was a nice neighborhood.
We were having a nice time until you showed up, Jeepers.
Go on! Get out of here!
Why don't you go have some coffee with cream in it or something?
I love Freakazoid so much. We have a couple fun ones we got planned up. This Thursday we're going to be playing Ad Infinitum. There's also another horror game I'm trying to find a day for. That I'm going to be playing with Bev because Bev showed me it and she wants to go ahead and play it with me. So I figured, yeah, that'll be fun. It's Stardew kind of the time. And then Nightmares the rest of the time.
Oh.
And I went, oh, well, okay. Sign me the fuck up, farming and nightmares? Oh, be still my heart.
Someone's been reading my diary.
Yeah, Bev showed me that, and it was on sale, so I picked it up during, the 4 times of the year where Gaben comes around and punches me in the throat for money.
Yep.
Good old Gaben and his Steam sales. I'm gonna be real with you too. I have Alan Wake 2. I just couldn't wait for that one. I'm just like, if I have to play this game once a week, I will literally rip off my own arm. So you know what? I simply will not.
You're allowed to play a game and not stream it once in a while.
Yeah, I've done that a couple times. I played Metro Exodus that way. Metro Exodus was very fucking fun. Do I have a ruby? I do have a ruby. Sweet. Do I have cosmic runes? I have a cosmic rune. That'll work. What else do I need to have a ball game with this? Oh, I don't even have the magic for this yet. Oh, well, fuck me sideways, I guess. Okay, we'll just put this down here. How dare I figure I'm gonna do that. Alright, so that wilderness quest is a bust. Cause that has the King Black Dragon in it. And at my combat level, he will literally rip my limbs off and shit down my neck. Not a great day.
He will wear me like a hat.
Not a very becoming hat either. He'll just be my severed head. He'll just be wearing as a hat for some reason because he's random XD. I don't know. So there's a seasonal event, and it's cut off from everything. So that means we're gonna say it's somewhere on the list. So we're gonna count this as being somewhere on the list. I want to go ahead and make that perfectly clear. And it's also about my favorite time of the year, Crumbus.
Crimbo is no Halloween, but it's still pretty okay.
I like Halloween. I just love the holidays. I love Halloween. I like Thanksgiving. I like all of this.
We're into that awkward stage of the year right now where you go out and your car is covered in snow with dead leaves mixed into it. That's always fun to clean off.
Yeah, it's always strange. Christmas!
Yeah.
Yes, my man!
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Santa!
I know him!
He said ho ho ho. It's great to see you, Iris, and glad tidings at that, for I could do with a little bit of your help. I've been keeping my eye on you. Senpai notices me. As I do all the year and every year. And I notice you're something of a quester. I'm a little quest slut, yes. A problem solver and a fixer-upper. Yes, I am. I suppose you could say that. How could I be of service? How best to put it? Christmas spirit seems to be on the low end this year. I blame the recession. I was just passing through Varric and noticed no decorations are up. I thought it a bit strange, but perhaps they're just a little bit behind. You know, with the looming threats to the north, that might have slipped their mind. You mean all of the wilderness? Yeah. But then I made my way down southwest into Falador and noticed the same. Odd, but perhaps a slight mistake. It's not like Ceramic Vars would forget about it. He's the first to have a warm cup of mulled wine. There is no mistaking his Christmas spirit. Further south I go, even the quiet streets of Lumbridge, like any form of decorations. I think, you know, third time, this is a little fucked up. So I figured I'd go back. And I went over to Ardoin, and you know what I found? Not a goddamn thing. And this is where you come in. Together we need to raise their spirits. Make people excited for Christmas again. Could you do that? Could you help the townsfolk discover their love of Christmas again? Help bring a spark, a glow, a flash, and a twinkle. Yeah. It's called It's Snow Bother. It's cute.
Mr. Everything with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight?
Yes, Santa! Santa Senpai! Ho ho ho, I'd know I'd be able to count on you, young Irith. Now, to help you along, perhaps I could ask a second favor of you. We spell favor for you, because this game's made in England. We've a new starter here by the name of Marvin. I hope you'll be able to show them the magic of Christmas. Ho ho ho! Now I best be going. This time of the year is rather busy, and as I'm sure you understand, I've a grotto to prepare. Take care of each other. I'm counting on you both.
Santa knows my name!
Santa knows my name! Ah! This is Marvin Claus. In this world, they're helped by friendly little snow imps, the spirits of Christmas.
Oh, I knew he would forgive me for the spaghetti incident.
Ah! 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 I should check in with the city reps and see what the matter is. Ah, fantastic. To Falador, Lumbridge, and Varric we go. Let's fill everybody with that Crimbo cheer! Christmas!
Krampus!
We've had our imp reps from across the world report of no deckies whatsoever. Not a tree, a garland, bauble, candle, holly, candy cane, and any of the halls. And no lights and all. It's not good. It's not good at all. And now the boss man himself is getting involved in all. Why is no decorations the problem? There's no Christmas spirit. That sucks. Well then, let's have a look at fixing that, shall we? It is Christmas after all, and who doesn't love a good set of decorations? Ah, that's the kind of Christmas spirit we're looking for, Irith. Let's see what the city reps have to say. Last time I saw them, they were sitting near the Christmas spirit map, south of Santa's Grotto. Oh. Well, that makes it easy. I was literally going to town to visit them. Well, fuck me, is that easy? Alright, well, let's go here. Santa! Oh, Santa! Oh, Santa Claus! Oh, it's my favorite time of the year. It's Christmas. It's Christmas. It's Christmas.
It's cookie season.
Oh, God. Time to eat cookies, drink milk, and get fat as hell. Oh, let's do it. Let's do it. Where the fuck is the map? Where's the map? Where's the map?
Santa, who every year bests Darkseid, but was defeated by Black Adam, because power scaling in the DCU is horseshit.
Santa! South of Santa's Grotto, near the Christmas spirit map. Alright, so that's the grotto. Going south! South! South is where we go! Oh, I love Christmas. It's so good. It's the Christmas map. And now we go south of it. Okay. This is south. I feel like the monarch right now. Where the fuck are you? There we go. Oh, these are the reps. Cool. Have a gander at the map table. Let's hear it then. Falador hasn't seen a Christmas tree in years. Makes no frankincense if you ask me. Ah. Varric ain't got no lights. But why? It's, we have had some financial issues late, you see. King Roland was caught up in the business at that new fort, with that new fort 4 and 3, so our budget for baubles just isn't there. Well, that sucks. What about Lumbridge? Ever since the big battle of Lumbridge of God's Rage and all, they've been not feeling very Christmassy. It's been all wrath and no wreath. And what is the worst case scenario if Christmas spirit remains low across the cities? The land of snow! It's built in the spirit of Christmas and people believing. The people who are not happier on Christmas, the land around us gets sad and starts to wither. It's only ever happened once before, and that's a tale they tell naughty imps at bedtime if they don't know what's good for them. They say Santa goes away and never comes back. Probably the old blighter is all up in the business himself. Could be a story, but you can't be too careful these days. A bedtime story coming to life. Classic. How can we help? You just arrived in the nick of time. That's right. We've been thinking we'd make up some deckies, ship them off to the cities, and then decorate whenever everyone else is sleeping. Solid plan. Where to get started? We have an old decoration station. It's not far. Keep a keen eye and can spot it, no doubt. Let's get to that shit. Let's make some decorations for Christmas!
Let's do it!
Let's do it! Here I go. Oh, it's happening. More scaping the runes. I love RuneScape. I love it. Christmas! Fucking Christmas!
Crimbo.
Oh, I love I love the loathing games. They just call it Crimbo.
Yeah, you'll be dead by Crimbo.
I'll be a plum pudding. You done it. Let's get these out to Falador, Lumbridge, and Varric. Meet you there? Yes! Yes! Yes!
Call the offices of Falador, Lumbridge, and Varric. You could be entitled to a large remuneration.
You could be entitled to a large max cape. I love the Shadow over Loathing game so much. When you visit each city is to find the sleigh. Oh, there's a sleigh. Bloody hell. What's the matter? Well, the naughty list just got longer because someone's made off with all the decorations. So much for a time of giving. And all the imps are missing too. That's it. Next year I'm booking my annual holly leaf off over Christmas. Keep your pointy little chin up. We'll find the decorations and the imps too. Alright, let's look around and see if we can't find out where our imps and whatnot have gone off to.
That, what is the name of that Halloween, or not Halloween, that Christmas action movie that's coming out, Silent Night? Mm-hmm. I think, oh, that looks fun.
Dude, I want to see the action movie with fucking Hopper as Santa.
the guy playing the lead in Silent Night.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if you've seen the trailers for that. The guy who in the mob hit or whatever that ends up killing his son. His throat gets fucked up, so he lost his voice. Hence the gimmick, the Silent Night. But he said he tried to method act that shit, and he's like, I wasn't gonna talk the entire time I was filming, and I made it through the first day, and then I was like, yeah, fuck this shit.
I'll watch that too. I was scared as a slow turkey. Thanks for finding me, mate. Alright, we found 1 of 5 missing snow imps around Lumbrage. Is there any up here? It's Christmas. Christmas! Ah, I love Christmas. I love Christmas. Alright, up here.
Ho ho ho, Merry Fishmas.
Look, everybody! It's Terry, the legally distinct Christmas tree. Found another snow imp. Any up here? Nope. Alright. There's gotta be some in Lumbridge Castle. I know that.
I take umbrage with that, Lumbridge.
I was trying so hard not to laugh, goddammit. 3 snow imps. Saving Christmas!
Before this night is over, you will be visited by 3 snow imps. Give us your shit!
Oi, give us your things there. Else you'll have an accident. Yeah, you wouldn't want that, would you?
Oh, and we open the door. And we walk on in. And we go over here. Not an imp to be found. Oh! Oh! But we'll check this store. And we'll steal up here. Not an imp to be found. But we'll keep looking. We'll keep looking. We'll use our... There's a pile of snow! An imp lives here!
This is the worst imp miss ever.
Thank my stuffed stockings, you found me. You're cute! You're cute! I like you. Cute. Points. Points aggressively.
Oh, did I tell you that I was spared the fate of having to check out Neopets with the Renaissance it's supposedly undergoing?
Ahab and all his sailors, I never would have ever heard in my life the Neopets Renaissance.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Hold on. Let me get something to drink. I need to sit down for this one. I can tell. All right. I gotta get cozy. I'm playing the UK video game, and I don't have any tea. How dare I? I gotta get some tea.
How absolutely fucking dare you? You squalid whore. Yeah, I had joked about it with him a while ago when there were first rumors of of this happening. That no, after years of languishing, it's supposedly finally getting good again. And I was like, "Hey, Rabbit, new streaming meta just dropped in 2023. It's Neopets," and he was like, "Get the fuck out of here."
All right. All right. Hold on. Hold on.
Oh, okay. Holding on.
All right, take me there.
Okay. Well, all the stuff I've been hearing about how, you know, they're finally improving the site after years of just legal battles and all kinds of, you know, corporate bullshit where they didn't give a shit and they just, you know, wanted to make money off it with as little effort as possible. And I guess the original devs managed to get it back into their control, and they're like, we're fixing it up. We're making all the old Flash games work again. We're, you know, rewriting them in HTML5. We're adding daily quests that give you like items that for decades have been the exclusive province of hoarder Neopian billionaires, and now you can get like fucking paintbrushes and shit from daily quests, and the 1%ers are losing their goddamn mind on the forums. But
The stock market crashed.
oh yeah, the Neopian stock market is in fucking shambles. But
Just the Neopian stock market.
I've been hearing
2023, where were you when the Neopian stock market crumbled?
I've been hearing all this shit for months now about how no, it's good again, it's getting better, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna regret this, but I'm gonna dip my toe into the water here. I'm gonna just make a blind leap. I went to the, you know, forgot my username thing, and I just entered the oldest email address to which I still have access, and that turned out to be the correct one. And I was like, oh wow, holy shit. So I did the reset my password thing and entered the new password, and they're like, hey, we're undergoing, you know, a bunch of site maintenance and we want to double check our security. Can you enter in addition to your password reset, can you enter your birthday? I was like, sure. And I entered my actual factual last birthday, and they're like, no, that's wrong. And I was like, oh, well, I can't remember what funny he who meme birthday fucking 13-year-old me entered, so I guess I can't get back in after all.
Jesus Christ. I'm probably an Enopian billionaire on some fucking Yahoo email I had.
Assuming your account hasn't been raided thrice over, because I know they did have a shitload of security issues in the past.
Oh, no, more than probably. It's probably all taken by, like, God only knows. Where is this last imp hiding? I know. I'll use the internet. Because when you search for something, I give it about 5 minutes.
Yes. Yes, right there with you, Titan Slayer. Eat the Neopian rich.
Wait, I didn't check the gatehouses. Fuck me. There it is.
We gotta do that for April Fool's Day or something next year. Make a stream interface that just looks like Windows 98, and like we load up and it's like we're playing EverQuest and Neopets, and we just don't make a big deal out of it.
God, that'd be fun, actually. I might actually install fucking EverQuest just for that day. Not to actually do shit with it, but that's all of them shrouded up and decorated with clay, so we best get shoving them up. Let's sniff out a good spot for the tree first, eh, Manny? Yeah. Spied a lovely place for a tree, just outside the front of Lumbridge Castle near that lodestone thing.
EverQuest and Adventure Quest.
God. Adventure Quest. Some hours later, lots of baubles smashed, leaves shaken, halls decked, holly bowed, stocking stuffed, and garlands hung. Ta-da! Core, would you look at that? Brings the frozen tyranny that does. Marvelous. Gotta get cracking on the next city. I should do more of a Cockney accent for you. Oh, look how pretty this looks. Wow. Wow. We're having Spaz gaslight chat for hours, convincing us it's 2002. Yeah, I'm gonna be like, did you listen to the new Static X album?
Oh, hell yeah.
You see, that's when my midlife crisis starts. That stream. God, I'll fucking play Ragnarok online or something. God knows I talk about it a lot.
Yep. I heard, my life ended the day I heard Hey Ya on the classic at the station.
I remember you telling me that. You were fucking beside yourself. I mean, fuck, I would have been the same way though. Like, I would have been like, the fuck is this shit?
You can't do this to me!
Crumbo! It's just what we thought. Missing imps and missing deckies. Let's have a look around here and see if we can't see nothing. Fantastic. There's one. Let's see. Oh, I think I see two right here. Yeah, there you go. 2 and 3. It's a big city. Thank God you two are close together. Probably this way. Maybe in here. I love you. Alright, how about you?
I love you, Spartacus.
I love the it. Oh, it's right there. In the middle of Varric. There we go. Wow. Wow.
Holy shit.
That's pretty. I did that. Look at me. I did that.
This cartoon brought to you by me. Because I made this.
There's one YouTuber I watch. He has a merch store. His shit's really fucking funny too. And he started with, today's video is sponsored by me, bitch. You thought it was a VPN? You thought it was a food service? No, fuck no, it's me. It's always been me. At the dawn of time, it's been me. When the stars explode, it'll be me, and you'll be wearing my merch at my shop. Alright, let's have a little peeksy-poo around here. Oh, there's one over there. Oh, there's one over here.
Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day this is. Oh, happy day. Oh, another one. Merry Christmas, I'm fighting you.
Hey, guess what? I'm your Secret Santa, and I got you death.
I bring you murder.
I bring you oblivion.
Oh, it's all I wanted. Thank you. Oh, thank God.
Some Mongol ass shit. Happy birthday, Kryptonian. I give you oblivion. One of the only adaptations of his work, of which Alan Moore approved, was that episode of Justice League, and also Harry Partridge's Saturday Morning Watchmen.
That's... No shit, that's funny.
Yes.
Not in here. Anything in here? Maybe in here?
Yeah, Alan Moore, who famously said, "Oh yeah, sometimes at night I come out of my house and I find DC rooting around in my garbage cans."
He just takes a cookie sheet, just goes, "Hey!"
Yeah.
Whap, 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 whap.
Raccoon is like, "Hey man, this garbage shit is delicious." It's like, I understand why you shoo me away from it. You're you guys, do you guys eat it? Or like the humans are like, "Well, no, actually we're trying to get rid of it." Raccoon's like, "Oh, well then I guess I don't fucking understand at all."
Help me understand. Help me understand, John. What the fuck am I supposed to do with this shit?
Help me, help me.
Alright, there's one by the estate agent. Which I think is over here somewhere. Map? Yeah, that's a good map.
That sounds reasonable. Oh yeah. Another thing I really like about that Final Fantasy Renaissance I was showing you is that all the upgraded classes have a limit skill. It's basically a once per long rest kind of thing. And the ninja has smoke bomb, which is escape from combat without fail. Even battles that would normally say can't run, like including boss battles. And every boss in the game has a special dialogue for if you escape their fight with smoke bomb and then re-engage them. They have a confused kind of like, "What? How fucking dare you?"
You know, how
Yeah.
dare you do this?
I am the fiend of fire. Our battle shall be legendary. Where are you going?
I will be your end. Like, I imagine with X-Def, you just run from him and he's just like, come on. His armor's heavy. Man.
Stop taking advantage of the fact that I am literally a fucking tree.
Do you know how annoying this is? I barely walked in 5. You know why? That's a lot of effort. I normally teleported to where I needed to be.
Oh my god. Rabbit.
Yes.
You're X-Def. You both have a fucking turtle for a nemesis.
My god. I wouldn't mind that, actually. X-Death had a really sick design. That was a mono at its peak. What the fuck did you create for me?
In the sound test mode for the first Dissidia, there was an X-Death voice line that was unused in the game itself, but it was just him yelling, "Turtle!"
Look, Christmas spirit, Jesus. Christmas spirit is spreading fast as a light winter frost. Judging by the map, it's on the up and up. The decorating's working. Hang on, what's this? A letter from Santa just to us. While she away, Santa came down. Must have sensed the Christmas spirit was back on the rise. He was pretty pleased, but scared is good and proper. Said he was giving us the sack. You're real shook, losing me a job just before Christmas and all. That you've not been sacked? No, not at all. Just a misunderstanding. He's middle of the busy side, so he left you a letter and a big sack of prezzies with a request. We've left it here just for you. Santa's request. A letter from Santa. Dearest Irith, I give my warmest thanks at this, the most special time of the year. You spread warmth, joy, and happiness, and you didn't lose a single imp. At times, work can feel frosty, and important things can even go astray. But Christmas is a time to celebrate all that is good. So gather your loved ones, feast till you can't move, outdrink ceramic vase, and always know that wherever your travels take you, you have a place around the hearth in Galenor. Peek inside your sack, and find some extra goodies to give out where you may. Sure, we can do that. Some very deserving names on here if he does say to himself. But let me have a good catch-up with him. Let's see. Delivered 5 presents to people. Okay, who have I talked to? Yes, my wise old man! Yes.
Such wisdom the old folks have.
If there's someone on this list you haven't recognized, just note we haven't done their quest yet. And yes, I haven't done Violet's quest yet, so we can't give a present to Violet because I'd have to do more quests and I have to be on a fucking D&D show in 90 minutes. So that's the explanation.
Back to the bank and smoke it.
If I could deliver fucking 25 presents to fucking Violet, I fucking would. I'd beat that little girl to death with presents. Yeah, let's receive a present today. What'd you get? Great, more socks.
That is a fucking sufficiently menacing threat / promise. I will end you with presents.
Oh, I'm gonna give you so many fucking presents. My man Reldo. Let's give my man Reldo. Let's give it up for my man Reldo! He's the guy who helps me with clue scrolls when my brain is too smooth. Far too smooth. Just in time for winter, the water won't get into the wrinkles in my brain and expand. The ice will simply slide right off.
Won't get into the wrinkles of my brain like the cracks in the asphalt. And tear up my mental highways.
Why are there so many cracks in the Midwest? Was there an earthquake? That, and it's the Midwest. It's cold in winter, which is why we work on the roads all the time. Children's storybook.
There are 2 seasons in the Midwest. Winter and road construction.
Alright. Max, the Max Cape guy. Let's go ahead and throw a present to him, because I know you.
This site best viewed using Netscape Navigator 1.0 or lower.
Let's go over here to the bank, where we will probably find Max. Oh, he banks and he fletches. Oh, how he banks and how he fletches. What'd you get? It's a new completion requirement. I refuse to go back to Livid Farm. I'm stronger than you! Doric. Oh, Bob! From Bob's Axes! Yes! Bob!
Bob's bargain bin cutlery.
He kind of is. I am every time I go to that bank, I just look at him like my eye is a centimeter from his eyes. I'm Mr. Everything, and one day I will defeat you. I will destroy you.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years, Mr. Everything? Oh, sitting at your desk.
A new set of axes. Hot damn, he's happy. Alright. Who the fuck are you? Oh, yeah, you're the Chad from Demonheim. The Demon Chad, we call him. Hans! Oh, I love Hans. He has an amazing thing where he tells you information that can get your account hacked.
Nice.
That was the perfect response.
Well, how thoughtful of him.
Finally, my 10-year veteran's cape. The rest of it, delivery M's can do the others. Let's scurry back to Santa, let him know that we delivered all his Christmas presents. Yes. And back over here we go. Let's talk with the imps at the Christmas map. Investigate the map. Okay, yeah, that did nothing. Alright, help me. Santa! Santa Senpai!
Santa, help me.
Santa! Wonderful! I knew you were on the nice list. I can already feel the good tidings and merriment are lifting. Excellent. You have my thanks. I must be off. Last Christmas touches a polish and all that. Here's a little token of my thanks. And thanks to you too, little fellow Marvin.
Ho, ho, ho!
Ho, ho, ho! Lamp of joy, lamp of wonder, lever, 2,000 Christmas spirit. Santa's little helper outfit, winter scarf and hat. Ability to place a Christmas tree and other decorations at 4 and 3 are talking to Zoe. That's gonna be in my thing forever. I don't care if it's July. We have Christmas in July. It's a thing. I don't know if it's in other countries. Don't at me. Santa's present sack that allows the player to deliver a present a day in return for more Christmas spirit and access to decoration making in the Christmas village. We've done it. We've saved Christmas.
Kiss saves Santa.
Yes! Can I deliver another one? Yes! I'm going to you! Or maybe you. Yes! Bruxon in the Grand Exchange, why not? The one time a year I can go there, because as an Iron Man, we don't fucking use that. We simply do not, cannot, and should not. Alright. Oh, what should I level? Oh, the benefits. They're all going to agility. I fucking hate this skill up until you get to 35. Let's go. Let's go. Just beef it. There you go. Fantastic. It's 35. And the rest will go to Herblore. Yes! 24 Herblore. Let's go, baby. Fucking Christmas!
Crimbo!
Crimbo! Christmas! Yo! I am the Chadliest Chad who chatted. Merry Christmas, you motherfucker! Yes! Yeah! Bergson! A new megaphone. Now everyone will definitely be able to hear me. Hot damn! Alright. Hans.
Now they will have to listen.
Alright, now tomorrow we can deliver another present. Christmas!
Good old Grimbo.
Can't believe I'm the fucking... Oh god, the fucking guy from Robot Chicken of Christmas. Merry Christmas! You got glass in my eye and my fist in your balls! Merry Christmas!
Honor the spirit of the holidays, or I'll fucking kill you.
That's it. That's my catchphrase. That's my new catchphrase. They call me Sully, the surly Christmas elf. Fucking pog! Alright. So let's talk to Noel. Let's figure out what we can fucking do in here real fast. Fucking... There's the bank chest. The winter hat. And the winter scarf. And the legacy cut, there's a lot of Christmas spirit. Yes. Yes. Ring of snow. Oh, there's gonna be a lot of shit. There's gonna be a lot of shit. Head snow imp. Yes, hello, head snow imp. Alright. We gotta find where to fucking... Maybe this will just teleport me directly to where I need to put this. Nope. Back here again. Post the letter. Yes! They call it Windtumber. Yes!
Good old December ween.
Yes! Yes! Yes. Titles. The red Santa hat emote. The fucking currency pouch. And into the bank it goes. This will help me when I clobber monsters for Slayer. I think. Oh, Jesus Christ, it will not. But, you know what? It's something. Christmas! It's Christmas, motherfucker! Even though I caught one of your D&D streams, what channel is it on? It's on The Unexpectables. That's twitch.tv/The Unexpectables. There you go.
If we was smart, we'd have a Nightbot command for that.
I have not touched my Nightbot in 4 years.
The most recent command we have is fish.
No shit, that has to be at least 3-4 years old. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Fish. Fish like the wind. I fish like Shakespeare. Go. 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 What's this all about? Okay. Not until Christmas. Don't open it till Christmas. Deposit our fishies. Yes!
I would approach his Nightbot like tech priests approach tech in 40k. I have no idea how this works, and at this point, I'm afraid to learn.
It fears me.
Assert dominance by putting glitter in Christmas cards.
Damn right. There we go.
I still love that picture of the guy in Adeptus Mechanicus cosplay holding up the sign that said, "I tried to make my password flesh, and Google said it was too weak."
I love him. Christmas time, motherfucker. What's up, everybody? It's me, your boy, God of Christmas. So many weird little creatures here.
Little scrumblows just flying around.
One day I will have a creature.
La criatura.
I can't wait for mine to be some weird demon child that follows me. all these ones, and mine just like just opens up its mouth and just reverb fucking dial-up tones play, and I'm like, ah, I love her.
Weird little goblin just pitter-pattering around after you going, "I love you, Diane."
I would unironically have that with me at all times. That would piss off so many people on principle. And you know me. I gotta do it.
Hey, John Redcorn, do your people celebrate Thanksgiving? You did. Once.
I fucking love King of the Hill, man. I can't believe that Christmas spirit is a currency that I can accrue. Yes. There we go. My life is Christmas. Cover me in Christmas. Oh, I want to be buried in Christmas.
Stick a fork in me. I'm done.
You belong to the elves now, Rabbit. Ah, yes. Short stack elf. My only balm in this life.
Put the cum in the bag. What bag? I'm the bag.
I am the bag. It's one of my favorite fucking videos. It's right next to Coomer Miku. Oh, I'll be right back.
All glory to Hatsune Miku, inventor of Minecraft. She's like, oh my god, I just realized. Hatsune Miku is the exact polar opposite of Alan Smithy. Alan Smithy was the fake name directors used when they wanted their name stripped off a project. They're like, this is shit, and I don't want to be associated with it. Just say it was directed by Alan Smithy. Hatsune Miku is the name we apply to things we enjoy, but we don't like the creator, so we're just like, fuck it, Hatsune Miku made this.
Let's go, baby. Yes. Oh, they're gonna announce what the next Flash event is, then. Sweet. Maybe Valorb will smile upon me and I'll get a nice, shiny, fucking Vorkath shard. I want my Vorkath shard, Gordon. All I want for Christmas is some fucking overlays I can use for my necromancer weapons I won't use on this account for 2 fucking years.
All I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth.
I'm sorry, that must be hard. I'm sorry, that must be difficult for you.
At least I got better than my neighbor. He wants a hippopotamus for Christmas.
Oh, well, that's impossible. He can't have a hippopotamus. He'll die. It'll bite him in half.
Bad attitude.
It'll bite him in half. It'll crash through his walls. If anything, it's a detriment for the neighborhood. I'm not even talking like a homeowner thing. I just mean, like, that's the apex predator now. It'll snap so many people in half. What do you do against a hippopotamus?
You don't row a canoe, that's for certain.
That's true. That is true. That is true. Raiding part. Yeah, that's fucked too. Alright. Nah. Groove! Thank you very much for subscribing to Prime for 18 months. You just got primed, bro. Yeah, bro! Dog, you just got primed!
We get some primes in the chat. Let's see some primes.
Ah, yes. I say that when I turn into a werewolf.
Bro, is a warehouse a person who turns into a house under a full moon? It is now.
It certainly is. Oh, you must feel so silly. Yes, I'm a silly little guy. Alright, I need a bucket. I think some rope for Plague City. Some dwell berries, a rope. I got that. Chocolate, that's a slice of chocolate cake. That avails us not. Alright, Plague City. Alright, we'll figure out where to get dwellberries and chalky milk in a hot minute. Okay, Ardoin! There must be some creature that drops it off of their freshly steaming corpse. It's a deer! Deer!
Doe. A deer? A female deer?
Oh. Oh, wow. What was the thing I needed? Right. Gotta get chocolate dust, so I gotta come over here. And I gotta go ahead and shiv a dude. I gotta kill a man.
Mary Shankmas.
Merry Shankmas to all. Bucket. I need a bucket. 2 buckets, actually. Because I remembered I have to do this again. Okay, so we go over here. And we go over here. And we go over here. Hello, guard dog. You're looking very powerful today. And you're still aggroed on me. That's great. That's great. Don't hate that. Now to go over here. And fuck it, buy 2 of those. And then we can just powder the fuck out of these. Chocolate dust. Let's figure out where the snake grass lives. Snape grass! Alright. Alright, drop sources, Aber inspectors, whatever the fuck that is. Oh, fuck those. Uh-huh. 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 Oh, really? No shit. Okay. I didn't know that. Okay. So we do those. Alright. Well, while I'm looking up those, what was the other one? Fucking say dwell berries. There you go. Dwell berry. There you go. Alright. Bushes. Do we drop from anything when I kill them? Okay, I literally need to grow this. Okay. Alright, well that blows. Alright, well.
Well, that toads the wet sprocket.
Oh, we are old. Okay. Fuck. All right. Uh,
Are you familiar with the story behind how that band got its name?
no, no.
There was, I can't remember exactly who, but it was some big famous musician. It might have been one of the surviving Beatles who was like, or it might, or no, it might have been a member of Monty Python. Now that I'm thinking of it, might have been Eric Idle. But somebody was asked once what the worst possible name for a band would be, and off the cuff they came up with Toad the Wet Sprocket. And when that band was coming up with their name, they remembered that interview and they're like, "Fuck it, we know what we're calling ourselves." And then when he later heard on the radio, like, coming up next, we're playing blah, blah, blah from Toad the Wet Sprocket, he said, "I almost ran my car off the road."
Oh shit, I can actually buy dwellberries. Actually, now that I think about it. Alright. I think you can buy them over here.
Over by the memberries.
Oh, I have them! Give me that. What did you give me? Oh, fucking sick. Alright, cool. Fucking meat pies. Hot damn, son. Go over here. And let's go into the town of the Smallies. Hello,
The wee ones. The Gnirms!
Oh, I love you, Gnirms. Alright, now where the hell do we go? Alright, so this is southeast corner, the first floor of the grand tree. Looks like a pretty grand tree. Hello, gnomes! Hello! Hello, cute creatures.
I am here to spread Christmas cheer. Your compliance is not a factor.
I am here to spread Christmas cheer! You will comply! That's a gnome. Hello, I'd like to buy a dwellberry. Make that 2 dwellberries. I thankles you. No. America thankles you.
Yeah.
I'd like to thankles you. No! America thankles you.
Yeah. I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing it for you. But most of all, I'm doing it for America.
Alright, we go over here. And we gather some sweet milks. Ah, it's so pretty. Gotta go over here. And I'm gonna milk a cow. And we're gonna get some milk out of that cow. And then we're gonna do a quest. So I can say, I did it. I did a quest. I did a thing. Technically you did the seasonal quest. Which is where I'm gonna live, because you better believe I'm gonna go ahead and plug everything out of that fucking store manually. But, alright, so that should be everything except the snape grass. Looking into the snape grass. Let's go ahead and look at what the snape grass needs over here. Alright, we gotta find out what you... Oh, I see! Okay, so we go over here. And we go over here. And I kill him. I go over here. Oh god, I love that line. I heard that so casually dropped during one of my favorite YouTubers is Ambiguous Amphibian, and he was doing a Project Zomboid run, and so he was talking about everything he did. Like he was like, I take some pop, and I go ahead and go over here, and I sneak through here like Shakespeare. I grab this valve, and he just sneaks in so casually. I kill a man, and then I go. Like to the point where I just look up and I'm just like, what? No, go back. What do you say? did you say you're killing him? Okay. Did you say you're killing a guy? Did you say you're putting down a dude? To shreds, you say.
What was that about murder?
Wait, hold on a minute. Did you say, what? What? I gotta think about that because he plays, like, mostly simulation games and, also Project Zomboid and RimWorld, so he's like, I kill a man. I'm like, yep, that's what you do. I made a cannibal farm one time in RimWorld. That was one of the best experiences I've ever had in my life. Nothing but watching the farm. And then, you know, the food source will raid you on occasion. And occasionally it's what for dinner. Hey, they sell anti-poisons. That's fucking fat nasty. That's exactly what I need. Hello, Sonabok, and... Hey, Wandering Warriors, that's exactly what you are. Hello. I'm going to murder you. You're going to be dead. And you will be dead until I get 2 snape grass off of you. That's right, 2 snape grass. Wowzers. Fun.
A whole straw penny?
One whole... Oh, indeed, sir. 1 whole straw penny for you. I'm about to bang this dude the fuck up. That's right. The next one on the mountain!
Picture a while ago, somebody texting with their landlord, be like, "Hey, the hot water isn't working," and the landlord texted back like, "Oh, so could you send me a picture?" They sent a picture of water running from the faucet, and they're like, "It looks like this, but not hot."
Yeah, with like some people, it's like, dude, I don't know what the fuck to tell you, dude. Like,
Yeah. I don't know what you were expecting.
I'm not being a smartass. This isn't my job. 2, I don't know what the fuck you want from me here. I remember one time I just said fuck and I just did my own fucking wiring. Yes! Punch him. Slap him. Slap him with your arms. Your powerful, mighty, beefy arms. That's right. And we attack them. We attack them. We attack them what good? We scrungle them. We slap their balls around. One day you will give me my snape grass, and on that day I will leave. Oh, there ain't nothing better than doing some casual, violent murder. A cleaning cloth. I wonder what that's all about. Nice. It can be used to remove paint from weapons. That's not how that works, I think. But also, you know, who am I to judge?
Ah, yes. The scroll of turpentine.
My most favorite wizard spell. Hey, that's a snape grass. That's sick. Hey, go ahead and give me another one of them. Nice. Wow, a quarm. You know what they say, do no quarm.
Well, the British officer is obligated to choose between the lesser of two evils. Nah.
I feel I need a gag if I had a webcam to just slowly raise up a single bicycle horn and just give it a light at those jokes. Hey, speaking of bicycle horns, what a great year for clowns, huh? Like, this year sucked for all of us, but the clowns? Oh, the clowns have drunk a hearty feast this day.
Yep, just a slow, dramatic pan in, and even squeeze the bulb on the clown horn slowly, so it's just.
I'm gonna have to practice, but I could make that work. Perfect. Perfection. Let's go to the top floor right quick. We gotta go ahead and keep punching these boys till they drop what I need. Oh, and don't you worry. They will drop what I need.
Eventually.
Soon.
They have to.
They must. They must.
Remember, the moral arc of the universe bends toward justice, but only if you jump up and down on the motherfucker.
Well, I'm 275 pounds of justice wobbling. Let's go, baby! Actually, it might be a lot lighter now. I haven't actually weighed myself in a very long time. Now I think about it. Oh, hey. He's getting away slowly. Like the turtle. There we go. Rad. Yo, he dropped 2 bones. That's weird. It's weird, right? That's weird that that's happened twice. Like, I'm a little stunned. I'm like, how do you have more bones?
I'd have 2 nickels. Which is a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Ah, till death, sir. Oh, hey, there's a second Snape grass. See, told you it'd happen. Take that, you vile wretches.
You old snake in the grass, you.
Get it, vile wretches? Because I threw a vial on the ground. Okay.
Ah!
Oh, Christ. Okay, alright, let's go. Alright.
Broken bike horn be like.
And one of you. And one of you. It's time to see a man about a plague! A city of plagues! A plague city, if thou would ask! There we go. Now we go to the city of Ardoin. We go over here. Let's see. The door. The door.
We're done bullying gnomes with Christmas spirit, so now let's take a little walk down by the creek.
Hello, old man. Sorry, I can't stop to talk. Why? What's wrong? I gotta find my daughter. I pray she's still alive. What happened to her? Elena's a missionary and a healer. 3 weeks ago, she managed to cross the Ardoin wall. No one's allowed to cross the wall in case they spread the plague, but after hearing the screams of suffering, she felt she had to help. She said she'd be gone for a few days. We heard nothing since. Tell me more about the plague. The mourners can tell you more than me. If they're the only ones allowed to cross the border, I do know the plague is a horrible way to go. That's why Elena felt she had to go help. Can I help find her? Really? Would you? I'm working on a plan to get into West Ardoin, but I'm too old and tired to carry it through. If you're going into West Ardoin, we'll need protection for the plague. My wife made a special gas mask for Elena with dwellberries rubbed into it. The dwellberries help propel the virus. We need some more, though. I'm gonna find these dwellberries. The only place I know is McGrubber's Wood, just north of the Rangers Guild. Oh, I guess I could have just gotten those there, too. I'll go and get some. The foresters keep a close eye on it, but there is a back way in.
That's the sound I make when I get punched in the solar plexus. Plague!
Plague! Alright, let's talk to Elrena. How you doing, Elrena? Yeah, she told me, I'm making your special gas mask, but I need some dwellberries to finish it. She crushes the berry into a smooth paste and then smears the paste over a strange mask. There you go, all done. Well, West Ardoin, you must wear this at all times. You could catch the plague. I'll make a spare mask. I'll hide it in the wardrobe in case the mourners come in. Sweet. Ah, I feel like a bird now. Fantastic. Does the beak do anything? No, I just like birds. I got the gas mask now. Good stuff. Now for the digging. Beneath us are the Ardoin sewers. There you'll find access to West Ardoin. The problem is the soil is rock hard. We need to pour on several buckets of water to soften it up. I'll keep an eye out for mourners. Alright. Oh, we need 4 buckets of water, huh? Okay. Well, okay. No one told me about this, but okay. Okay, you know, okay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Maybe if I just wait here, the buckets will show back up. No, it's taking far too long. Let's go ahead and get some buckets. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
It's a bucket. All it's ever going to be good for is effectively conveying liquid from one location to another.
And that's what we're going to do. We're going to convey it to the ground. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. Oh. You really were just in the way. I'm sorry. That is very unfortunate. Bucket. Alright, 1, 2, 3. What the hell is that? That's a body talisman. Holy shit. I need this, actually. Hey, yo, hold the fuck up. Wicked Hood. Add you to the that. Yes! And now, another thing. Thank you, weirdly talking hood. Oh, wizards. Weird, aren't they? Strange fellers. Merry Christmas! I've come to deliver you from the plague! Merry Plaguemas!
Lord Barry-Eyed bids you Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I think we needed this too. I'll take this. Alright. Use this on the mud patch. Use you on the mud patch. Use you on the mud patch. Use you on the mud patch. There we go.
I'll use you on the mud patch.
Thank you. Alright, now we dig deep into the soil. I think it's a pipe to the south that comes into West Ardoin. Alright, I'll check it out. Let's climb up that pipe. There's a grill blocking your way. Let's use that grill. Yeah, that's right. Use those powerful arms. I'll tell you what, I'll use a rope on the grill. You tie the end of the rope to the sewer pipe's grill. I tied a rope to the grill over there. Help me pull it off. Alright, let's get to it. 1, 2, 3, pull! There we go. And that is a removed thing. I want you to see it. Look for my old friend Jethic. His men will help you. Send my regards. I haven't seen him since before Elena was born. Thanks, I will. Alright. Now we talk to Jethic. Let's see. Oh, there he is. I remember him. Are you an achievement? Say the West Ardoin. Who will join the Royal Army of Ardoin? It's a very noble cause. I like King Tyrus, crusading the dark lands of the West. Plaguebringer! King Tyrus is scum. Tyrus will be informed of these words of treason. And they hit him with fucking tomatoes. Might be a great way to get tomatoes.
Hit him with a rock.
Use the brick! I don't recognize you. We don't get many newcomers around here.
New tomato farm meta.
Leave our one from East Ardoin called Elena. East Ardoin women were easy to find in East Ardoin. Not one would come to West Ardoin to find one, although the name is familiar. What does she look like? Showed Jethic the picture. She came over here to help aid plague victims. I think she's staying over with her Renison family. They live in a small the small timbered building at the far north side of town. I've not seen her in a while, mind. I suppose you could run me a little errand while you're over there. Borrowed this book from him. Can you return it? Yeah. Fun book. So now we go to the north of the city. I think it's that one. Yes. That does indeed look like a timbered house. Go away, we don't want any. I'm a friend of Jethic's. I'm going to return a book he borrowed. Oh, why didn't you say? Come in, then.
Man, it's a nice thatched roof cottage you got here.
Oh,
Be shame if someone were to Burninate it.
As I, a wizard, would never do such things. Thanks, I've been missing that. I heard a woman called Elena staying here. She was staying here, but slightly over a week ago, she was getting ready to go back. However, she never managed to leave. My daughter Millie was playing near the west wall and saw some shadowy figures jump out and grab her. Millie's upstairs if you want to speak to her. Yes. Millie is... Oh, there you are. Millie, parents say you saw what happened to Elena. Yeah, I was near a southeast corner and I saw Elena walking by. I was about to run to greet her when some men jumped out. They shoved a sack over her head and dragged her into a building. Which building? It was a boarded-up building with no windows in the southeast corner of West Ardoyne. Sweet. The southeast corner, you say? To shreds, you say? Alright, so now we go over here. Ha-ha! I say. Ha-ha. A building with no windows. That sounds like a great place for an interrogation, he said, knowing that's a good place for an interrogation. Oh, it has to be this one. It's even more southeast. The door open. You notice a black cross on the door. I stand away from there. The black cross means the house has been touched by the plague. I think a kidnap victim's in here. Sounds unlikely. Even kidnappers wouldn't go in there. Even if someone's in there, they're probably dead by now. I want to check anyway. Now I have clearance to go in there. How do I get clearance? Well, I need to apply to the head mourner, or I suppose Bravik, the city warder. I wouldn't get your hopes up, though. Alright. And now we talk to Bravik, the city mourner, because I have a city warder. Warden? Warden, I think. Hello, clerk man. I need permission to enter a plague house. Rather you than me. The mourners know how to deal with that stuff. You speak to them. Their headquarters are right near the city gate. This is urgent, though. Someone's been kidnapped and is being held in a plague house. I'll see what I can do, I suppose. Mr. Bravik, there's a man here who really needs to speak to you. I suppose they can come in, then, if they keep it short. Hello, Bravik? Are you in here? Oh, you might be in the other way. Or you might be upstairs. Bravik! My head hurts. I'll speak to you another day. This is really important, though. I can't possibly speak with my head spinning like this. I would have been heavy on the drink again last night. Curse my Arabella. She made the best hangover cures. Darn inconvenient of her catching the plague. Do you know what's in the cure? Let me think. Thinking isn't clever. Here, she did scribble it down for me. A tatty piece of paper. Thank you. Got a nugget of milk. And grinded chocolate. With a
You know what's in the
bladder.
cure? What's in the cure? I think it's just sugar pills.
All the gourd chocolate to milk. If I had snipgrass. Alright, and use the snipgrass. There we go. Try this. Oh, that's much better. Thanks. That's the clearest my head's felt in a month. Now, what was it you wanted me to do for you? I need to rescue a kidnapped victim named Elena. She's being held in a plague house. I need permission to enter. Well, the mourners deal with that sort of thing. Is that all anyone says around here? No, they know best about plague issues. Don't you want to take an interest in it at all? Nope, I don't want you to take a deep interest in plagues. That stuff is too scary for me. They won't listen to me. They say I'm not properly equipped to go in the house, so I do have a very effective gas mask. Well, I guess they're not taking the issue of a kidnapping seriously enough. They do go a bit far sometimes. I've heard of Elena. She has helped us a lot. Alright, I'll give you this warrant to enter the house. No, not you, Google. What? How did you even turn on? Demon. Ghost. Phantom.
Begone, fell spirit.
How did you... What? What? How did you... Okay. Bravik hands you a warrant. Hot damn. Oh, I hope I could also read and it was drunk. Just let this man in or I'll punch you. I hope that's what was in the warrant. I have a warrant from Bravik to enter here. This is highly irregular. Please wait. I got someone with warrant for Bravik. What should we do? Well, you can't let them in. You wait until the mourner's back is turned and just fucking walk in. You did your job. The door's locked. Hey, get me out of here, please. I would, but I don't have a key. I think there may be one around somewhere. I'm sure I heard them stashing it somewhere. Have you caught the plague? No, I have none of the symptoms. Strange. I was told this house is plague infected. I suppose it was a cover-up by the kidnappers. Oh, shit. I'll look for it. Oh, well, that's all I get. Okay, cool. Search the barrel on the west side. There you go. That looks like a barrel. That looks like a key. A small key.
You need the red key.
Well, this one's yellow. Hi, you're free to go. Your kidnappers don't seem to be... Dude, to cut it out, all I heard was... Let's see if you... Dude, I love it when Discord just cuts sound like that. I think it makes it funnier.
Yeah.
Thank you. Being kidnapped was so inconvenient. I was on my way back to East, start diagnosing some samples. I want to see if I can diagnose a cure for this plague. We can leave via the manhole near the gate. I'll go see my father. I'll make sure he adequately rewards you. Now I better leave while I still can. And now we go here. And we go there. And we walk over here. And we go through here. And we kill a man. And we go this way.
Just ever so subtly, we just shamble over here and just, you know, discreetly kill a man.
Yeah, just, you know, just politely kill a man. Alright. Now we go talk to Edmund. Thank you, thank you. I'll to beat you back by minutes. I said I'd give you a reward. What can I give you as a reward, I wonder? Take this magic scroll. I have little use for it, but it may help you. Woo! And we've completed the quest. Da ba ba da ba 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 ba. And now we can teleport to Artie. Hot damn. Artie hard. And now we climb up the mud pile. Climb up that mud pile. And we just throw these on, and no one will ever know. Walk across the log. Get a log. All right. And we throw all this in the bag. Throw that in the bag. That goes in the bag. All of it. All of it goes. All of it forever goes into the bag for eternity and a day. All right, that works well for me. And then let's see.
A little casual manslaughter as a treat. Well, remember, you can't spell manslaughter without man's laughter.
It's true. The laughter of mans. bring out the old calculator real quick here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's 10, 12,
Weird how between murder and manslaughter, manslaughter is the lesser charge when it sounds so much worse just based on the name. Be like, what are you in for? Manslaughter!
Murder!
I slaughtered a man!
I slaughtered a whole fucking man! What? Why? 'Cause I don't know!
He knows what he did.
That's a very good question. God, it reminds me of Beetlejuice, and they're like, what are your qualifications? And then just fucking Michael Keaton just uses his normal voice going, oh, well, you know, I graduated top of my class over at Yale.
And what are your qualifications? Cattle stampeding? That's a little ordinary. Through the Vatican? Kinky.
Yeah, I love that. Just kinky. Fucking Christ. Well, in this Christmas time, that's gonna be where we end this stream for today. I hope you had fun in the magical lands of Scape. I hope
Scape.
the Rune Scape. As you watch two old men yell at clouds. If you'd like to yell more, you can go to my friend Draco Magnius on Twitch. That's where my D&D game is. And for something fun to watch while you're doing some stuff, I'll tell you what. Why don't you just watch RuneScape with less polygons over at Bromad the Nomad, who's playing old school RuneScape. Your raid message will be, man, I love RuneScape. Man, I love RuneScape. There you go.
Who watches the watchdog?
You know what? Who watches the watchdog? I got a new thing from my marketing. It's who watches the watchdog. And I'll watch you in the next stream. So have a good one.
Next time!